everyone. Welcome. It's Dropped Frames. It's June the 1st. Switch 2s are getting ready to ship. We've got Keeley. He's probably doing his first rehearsals today, you would think. If not, maybe Friday.
Not already done.
Yeah, if not already done. We've got a crazy month of video games ahead of us. Dune is awakening soon. There's so many things that are about to happen. And then I'm here. We need nicknames, by the way. I've decided that this is now a radio show. I've gone with Co the Hitman Carnage.
What am I hitting?
Oh, okay.
Just
Like
men?
Brother Hitman Heart.
Just men.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
That's cool
Hitman?
in 2025.
Okay.
I think that
Sure.
people. And then
Sounds relatable.
Zeke, I came up with something, but it's it's not great.
I don't know how we're ever going to top the Berserker.
Berserker's pretty good, but I was going to go Zeke on Fleek the third.
Zeke on Fleek?
Ooh, I think on Fleek is already like.
I don't think
out,
on
isn't it?
Fleek is cool anymore. I think that's like 10 years
Yeah, I think it's
old
already on the way
vernacular.
out.
I've never been on Fleek.
But you could be.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I know, but I mean, I could be. That doesn't, I mean, you get a nickname for something you are or have done, right?
Maybe.
Like JP, the baby puncher McDaniel.
Oh, is that
a good
that
point.
what we're going
Something
with?
you have done or are famous
JP,
for.
the baby puncher. Yeah,
Yes.
McDaniel. That's not bad. That's not bad. We could go with that.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it.
Let's workshop.
It's
That's
Co the
probably best
Hitman
decision.
Carnage, though. We're settled with that. He's the Hitman.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But me and Zeke, Zeke's not on Fleek, and well, we don't need to talk about mine anymore.
Oh, the Hitman Carnage. What is yours though? Like that's the one I just came up with off the dome.
It's not
like,
the
what is
baby.
yours?
It's not what you suggested. I
No,
don't know
what is.
I didn't spend any time thinking about what mine would be. That's on you guys. You can't give yourself your own nickname.
It's true. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could go with like known misspellings. We can just call you Item.
Item Item JP or
Item JP.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm partial to J Weeb.
J Weeb.
itmeJP.
Pretty good.
Weeb.
The Weebster.
J Weeb.
We could
The
go with
Weebster.
that. Yeah.
That could be good.
Well, Coke. I mean, Coke has a bunch though. Like I've heard a ton, like corn cabbage and like all
Yes.
all the names his name sounds like. I've heard them all.
Yeah. Sorry, I was laughing because
Me too.
someone in my chat said itmeJorkin JP.
Yeah.
That's all your
That
chat
that-
spams, by the way.
Really fits.
Yeah. No, that might be
That's-
it. That might be
be
it. We might go there. We might go.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't resort to the one that's like right in front of you. Also, like a second grader, like Ezekiel the Turd.
I go there sometimes. Yeah, I'll throw that in randomly when people aren't expecting it, and then just act like nothing happened. That's the best way to throw that out there.
Right, yeah.
Because then they really question reality and if they've been hearing it wrong this entire time.
Do they now?
It's like, wait, is it the Turd the whole time? Was it Ezekiel the Turd all spelled out like when he's on his Instagram?
Yeah, no, that's the best way to handle it. That's the best way to handle it.
I mean,
Anyway,
that's how I'm going to do my shout outs from now on.
okay, fantastic. This bit's gone on way too long. Let's get to the news. We actually have a ton of stuff to talk about today. TwitchCon EU, will jump to there first and kind of just jump straight to what we were talking about right before the show, at least Zeke and I. 1440p is now available to stream. Co, you've been testing it all week, and right before the show started, you said you're turning it off.
I'm done with it.
You're done
I
with it.
did my testing.
Okay.
I am done testing it. And the reason I'm done testing it is because unfortunately, in its current iteration, for your 2K streaming does just not work in many cases. There are TVs that can't display it. There are some mobile options that can't display it. There are even computers that can't display it if they don't have the right codec and they're old enough. So it is unfortunately a binary, like, does it work or not? No, it doesn't for a lot of people. So like I've let Twitch know, I will gladly try 2K again once they have it working everywhere, but until they have the downsample codecs working properly, it's not really feasible.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Bitrate wise, is it because it's a different codec? It's H.265 instead of H.264.
Yeah,
technical,
bitrate was the
but-
same. I was not able to raise the bitrate, so it was still at the normal maximum.
Okay.
I did talk about it in chat, and chat said it did look better, but it still looked better on YouTube by a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're pushing.
They said it did look better.
What's your bit rate on YouTube? 13, 14? Are you
24?
okay? You're doing 24. I didn't know if you were pushing the 24. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what 3x the bit rate of Twitch. Yeah,
exactly.
It's gonna look night and day different, which makes a lot of sense. One of the other things they announced, which I've seen a lot of rightfully so people upset about it. I would say as a viewer, I think as a streamer, I'm less upset about it, but as a viewer, I get it. The rewind feature is coming to Twitch. You're going to be able to rewind on this twitch.tv/whatever video player. But the issue is that you got to be subscribed to the channel to do it, or you have to have Twitch Turbo. If you don't have either of those, then you cannot rewind. So it gives value to the sub, which Twitch hasn't done in a very long time, but it's for all the wrong reasons, I feel. So that's why I feel like as a streamer, I'm like, great. But as a viewer, I'm like, oh, that's really bad.
You want to incentivize people to sub so they get benefits to subbing. The problem is when you hide a basic functionality behind a benefit.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a lot more of an issue. So no, that's a very bad call by Twitch. If anything, they should have at least let us decide if we want it to be that way in our channels. That would have been very nice.
Yes.
Having that option would have been very good.
It would be like the paid VODs. It would be the same scenario,
exactly.
I think. Yeah. Where probably no one would do it.
Pay me. You want to rewind? Pay me. Fuck you, pay me. You want to see what I just fucked up? You pay me.
I would be totally good for that if it was costing me something. Like if for some reason it was costing us something, then sure, I'd say you need to sub for it. Like that makes sense, but it doesn't. It doesn't cost us a damn thing. So it's no reason to do it.
Yeah.
No reason.
Sorry.
They cost Twitch though. That'd be interesting. I wonder if I wonder how much rewinding affects Twitch's bottom line. I wonder if this is more to play for Turbo than subbing.
I don't know that. I mean, I guess
you have to record footage.
It's a bandwidth cost, right? Or a storage cost?
I'm gonna be blunt. I don't even know how they're gonna do it, because like they could do if they're gonna allow you to rewind like into the broadcast you weren't there for. That's one thing. There's also rewinds just that you've been there, in which case it could be just a local cache kind of thing. So there's a lot of different. I haven't read the rewind article yet. I'm not sure the details, but there's lots of different ways they can do it that would wildly determine what resources it needs.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Julia. I am not going to rewind your nuts. Thank you.
Okay, the coach chat has changed. I'm gonna. I was not expecting that one. I gotta be honest. I was not expecting that. This is the video of the rewind thing. So it looks like it's just in player. Then you just click live, a la YouTube or any other service.
Go back to the very beginning again, real quick.
Yeah, it'll autoplay.
Interesting. So you can rewind anywhere in the current VOD, and it will just start playing from that point.
I wonder if this was a real broadcast that they're using here, or if this is like
it doesn't look like it.
Or the chat looks fake. Also,
nobody moves their mouse that smoothly. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well, no. I mean like the video itself, like the stream itself. Yeah, the mouse is 100% Photoshop. But I guess we'll see. They said, what was the timeline on that? I think it was, intro start again. I think it was,
there we go. We're back, yay!
Hey, we're back. I think it was later this summer is when they're going to be doing that. But it is, it's the paid thing. Where a lot
also,
of
I have to admit, there's definitely a little bit of a sting when it's a catch-up feature. It's not even like a brand new thing. This is just them getting competitive with another website, and then to charge for that, like that. I don't know. That just seems more and more like such a bad decision.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say that they're going up just against YouTube, because like pretty much every single streaming website has.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
they're catching
They're
up.
catching
This isn't
up,
some
yeah.
new feature. Like
Yeah.
this is catch up.
I want to
Don't
say,
get me wrong, they got some cool new stuff on the way, and awesome. Let's talk about that. But this one, no.
yeah, I want to say that even like Kick, which uses the
Does Kick have rewind?
I want to say Kick has rewind.
Oh man, jeez.
Chat can correct me. I know we have a lot of Kick viewers out there, so let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, it does. Okay, it does. So there you go. Yeah, they're catching up to Kick in 2025. Fantastic. What else?
Can't wait for the times when people are gonna be like reacting to stuff like really late, and they're like, "Oh shit, have I been on rewind this whole time?" You know, you gotta let them know. Like
That happens.
that happened like 5 minutes ago, dude.
That Zeke, I don't think you stream to YouTube at the same time at the moment, but whenever I'm doing YouTube streams as well as Twitch streams, that happens all the time in the YouTube chat, where people
Who doesn't?
they're not aware that they're not watching the whatever's live, and they're
Oh, okay.
reacting to things that are like X minutes old. So that
I
will,
just thought
that will
YouTube had
happen.
a lot of weird people on it.
That's
good to
true. That's true. But it also just happens when, if there's any like little bit of lag or any micro stutter or anything, the player will kind of pause and people will be watching at different times. Whereas I think Twitch is kind of always in sync with whatever everyone else is watching. So it's something that I think will become an issue, Zeke, here on Twitch. So we'll see how, if at all, they combat that, or if as broadcasters we'll have to be like, hey, make sure you click, make sure it says live over there on the bottom right-hand corner instead of whatever it doesn't say. Yeah. What else did they have at TwitchCon EU? Watch streaks are coming out. Those are rolling out to Twitch creators later this year. They go on to say, if you missed a stream and lost your streak, watching a VOD or clip of that stream will give you a second chance to keep the watch streak intact. I guess a watch streak is a way to, as I'm looking at this update, it's a way to like earn extra channel points. And I think you get a little like watch streak badge thing.
Yep.
So,
I love them. They're
yeah.
great. It's
like
just
watch streaks?
I love watch streaks. I've been asking to beta this feature for like over almost a year, I think.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, I mean, it's a minor feature. It's very small, but it's an easy, quick way to give consistent channel points to people. So
Sure.
we've had some ideas for the store that we've wanted to do, or our channel point store, but it's been a little difficult with the current influx. So this is a good way to do that.
Nice.
It's just a dumb little
Yeah.
extra thing to reward regulars. I think it's fine.
Little bit of FOMO type.
Yeah, you don't even need to be
thing.
subbed for it. I know. Crazy.
Oh, okay. They're giving that one away free.
Oh yeah.
Clancy, you genius.
Weird.
Watch streaks
Don't
have
you
been
know
a
you
thing
can
for a
make
while.
money off of this?
A couple channels have had watch streaks for like a year, like almost over a year.
Oh,
So
yeah,
this
for
has been one of
testing.
this has been one of those features that has been like they've just been sitting on it
Got it.
for months and months and months and months.
They had to have something at
So
TwitchCon
weird.
EU.
Yeah.
This is the first time actually like really hearing of it. I didn't even know it was already a thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw also they are making affiliate easier to achieve on the platform. The
Really?
changes are that instead of having 3 CCV over 30 days, you now need 3 CCV over 4 days. You have to stream for a total of 4 days, formerly 7. Stream 4 hours, formerly 8, and get 25 followers, formerly 50. So the biggest change is really the 3 CCV on 4 days instead of 30 days. Everything else is kind of smaller, if not halved. So that's for affiliate, not for partnership. But
Concurrent viewers, by the way, guys.
yeah. CCV is concurrent viewers. Yeah. It was. I saw a handful of tweets where current affiliates were upset about this after they had to do the whole like average 3 CCV over 30 days, and now it's just changed to 4. But like, I don't. Is that a big? I guess that's
No.
a big deal. I don't know if there's any
No.
like. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the difference between these two is completely negligible.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's honestly at this point they should just consider just petition for a button. Like just sign up, make sure you're a human, and give them a button. Yeah, I mean, like it's if people are gonna try, like push them along.
Yeah.
But this is that. Yeah, that's.
I don't think anything changed for partnerships, but yeah. What else? Twitch is gonna be launching dual format video, so you can now stream in both horizontal and vertical formats. I don't think I guess we're called gameplay streamers now. I don't really know. I don't think as gameplay streamers. Game streamers. We're not gonna. Would you guys stream in a vertical format on Twitch? I never.
Twitch?
Yeah, I never would. Yeah.
No.
But I think if you do like
on other platforms, yeah.
If you just do just chatting content or something like that, you could definitely utilize.
I'm thinking of doing exactly what Dan does on TikTok, which I think is really smart.
Is that where he splits it?
Little screen and camera on the bottom for vertical, but then if you flip the phone, it goes to a normal full screen.
Oh,
really
okay.
Cool. So you actually broadcast both to TikTok, and they just change which one goes to your screen. Based on how your phone is oriented, which is really cool.
Wait, no, that's so I'm reading I read a little bit more. Congratulations to me for reading beyond the headline. According to sources, Twitch is also exploring automatically adjusting the video placed on the phone's orientation.
Now that is something. Now that is a different thing. So if it's the kind of thing where they're just going to let us broadcast vertical, like and have everything else be exactly the same, and then just use vertical, where they might want it. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like especially if we're already set up to multi-streaming it to other platforms. But then my question would be, where are they going to use it? Because are they right now there is not really a vertical. What's the plan with it on Twitch?
Yeah, they might have put out a full article, like a help article that explains that a little bit more. I'm just checking out the headlines.
Vertical is turbo only. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That joke's still funny. That's gonna be funny for a while.
I was gonna say we're gonna get some time with that.
We're gonna have some mileage with that one. Another thing they announced, Twitch is gonna allow you to run your own gift sub promotions for a 12-hour window, a limited number of times
and stuff
per year. These promotions will be shared discounts. Shared discounts means that the discounted revenue is split between Twitch and the broadcaster, similar to how the 35% gift sub discounts currently work. So I think that's cool. I think if you want to run like a special day where or like Co said, like a subathon or something, and you don't mind taking a little bit of the split with the hope that you get more subs because of that, so that you get a higher income because of that, I think that's fine. Giving the broadcaster control over that stuff is always better, I think. So I don't dislike that change. And then I guess they talked about this or something like that, and that apparently Streamer University was a proof of concept for it, but they are going to start allowing new categories based on events.
Which is, I think that's going to be a very interesting change.
How so?
There were some categories that definitely kind of like if you look at Path of Exile, where a lot of times whenever there's a big patch, like thousands of new eyes come to the directory, there's this huge flurry of activity, and then it kind of goes away. And that's one of the reasons that tag keeps getting, it's so alive. That's why people can do it full time.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the categories that those normally go in. Like if they're going to start just kind of petering out because people don't realize that they exist because everyone's going to like the actual events now.
Sure.
So, I mean, there's multiple larger categories that kind of have had that breathing influx of new viewers because of huge events being run in those categories. So yeah, they're splitting things a bit. And it makes me wonder, like, I'm sure on their end, they're doing it for promotional reasons. It's going to be easier to run promos inside of categories, stuff like that. But there's going to be some negatives to that too, especially for discoverability and things like that. So,
right, yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what wins.
It definitely like segments the platform a little bit more, puts more like buckets for people to jump into, I guess. Which, good or bad, I think it'll have its benefits. I wonder if also Twitch sells those, because Twitch sells a lot of stuff for like ad purposes. So I wonder if they sell that to an event, like, hey, we'll make you your own event category to stream to for X amount of dollars. I don't know if we've seen that, but they do that for.
Meanwhile, John Twitch is like,
stuff.
you would? Really? What else? What else would you sell? Would you include that with Turbo?
Well, they do that already for so like drops. When a company does drops, I'm pretty sure companies pay for that. That's not just an offer that Twitch gives them. They're paying for like the whole drops program. The gift a sub program, I think that's paid for.
They have a whole new channel takeover thing you can do now too.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of that.
Promotes. I think Exodus I did with that.
Oh yeah, so it like
Whole new
showed
thing
the
coming
ads or whatever all over your page.
It shows the whole promo around the outside, and then if they click anywhere on it, it actually goes to a website directly. So the base it makes it super easy for viewers to know where to go for any promo stuff. There's no like click a link in chat or look at the top. Like it's just click anywhere, you're gonna go there.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how much I would love. We'll never know.
I'm not going to get into the details, but I did get access to the CCVs for it, and it was like double digits higher, like massively. Yeah.
People interacting with it, you mean?
Mm-hmm. People going to the link. It was like hugely higher than normal.
That makes sense. I mean, it's right there in front of your face, so you don't have to actively search for it. Makes sense, and I could see why they would want to have companies pay for that. I don't know if you could do that as a broadcaster. I guess you could always reach out and see if they're willing to do that.
They should. I mean, they should let there's no reason they shouldn't open this stuff up to their casters as well.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of super fun Twitch promo stuff I'd love to have access to, but you just can't.
Yeah. Yeah. That was coming. I don't know what that was, Zeke. I think that was a random noise from Co.
It might have been my kids screaming. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I heard something
upstairs.
upstairs.
Yeah. It was definitely a discordant yell. I hope everything's okay.
With a rebel yell.
They're reaching that age.
More chocolate. Yep.
Fantastic. That's everything I got from TwitchCon. Did you guys see anything else? Did we miss anything? I didn't watch the keynote. I only caught the headlines, like I said. So if there was any small details, say now in chat or forever hold your peace, and we'll move forward. 1, 2, 3.
Can you guys hear them still?
Yeah. Great. Now my dog's barking. Zeke, you need a loud noise.
Now yours.
Yeah, now you
All right,
need
hold on. I gotta open. I feel left out. Let me open the door and let my dogs in. Get them barking and howling.
Yeah.
Aren't there some 1440p streams happening? Oh, we were talking about that earlier. Twitch is currently running tests on 2K, where certain casters are running 1440p streams. I was one of them, and they were super cool about it. Get us all set up and everything. The problem is it's not working on every system. So people that are running 2K streams right now, there are some smart TVs, there are some mobile devices where if you try to go to a stream that's running that, it just says the broadcast is encrypted or it can't load. Some even older computers don't have the codecs for it. So I have jumped out, as well as I think Lyric did and some other casters as well, until Twitch kind of gets that worked out. And then I think we'll all jump back in as soon as we can.
Makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump to... Go ahead.
Isn't the bigger issue like... Okay, maybe I'm you know what, it's tech shit. I'm probably telling tales out of school, but isn't the bigger issue like fixing the encoding?
Well, so this does use a different encoder.
It uses
a better encoder, which is the whole reason that it can do a better image at the same bitrate. So it is a step up. It is not AV1, which is what everyone would want,
right?
Which is like the best right now, the best option. But that would also involve Twitch basically redoing a huge portion of itself, from what I understand.
Of its player,
the AV1, the AV1 jump is not something they can do in any kind of easy, quicker, cost-effective right now. But this is a step towards a much better option for us, hopefully.
Right. Yeah.
So we're waiting.
We're waiting.
More waiting. Let's talk gaming news. Fun little coinky dink out of the Claire Obscure folk, the Expedition 33 people. 33 days ago, this was 5 days ago. 33 days ago, we released Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Since then, we've sold 3.3 million copies. Now, that's one of those things where it's like, did they wait to announce that? Or did that actually happen? Like, there's no way that actually happened. It's not that serendipitous, right?
Yeah. And on the exact 33rd day, we sold 3.3 million.
Yeah. Pretty crazy if that is the case. And obviously a huge congrats to them. It seems like things have slowed down then, if that's also the case. If it was only like,
They'd have to.
yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. That was explosive.
they did like
Explosive.
3 million in a week, something like that.
Very
it was
short
quick.
amount of time.
Yeah. And since then, I feel like I've only seen the circle on Twitch of the amount of people and just streamers that don't really interface with that style of game, that type of game at all, continue to grow. So to see it kind of only grow 300,000 or 400,000 in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time is a little shocking, I would say. Maybe that means maybe I need to put less stock in what is big on Twitch means more sales or something like that. Maybe that's a me thing.
That's true. But I mean, like IGN said, it's basically just Persona with a baguette coat of paint. You
It's
know,
true.
So
Yeah.
I don't even know why people are so into it.
That's very true. That's very true. What else? EA has canceled the Black Panther game. It closed the studio along with it. Cliffhanger Studios is closed. I saw one of the things that was apparently supposed to be in that game was the Nemesis system, which EA copyrighted or whatever. They were going to have some sort of Nemesis system within that game, which I would love a Nemesis system. I think that's one of the cooler systems to come out, and it sucks that they patented, not copyrighted.
Didn't they lose the
patented.
patent or something? Or it expired? Didn't something happen to the patent, or am I crazy? I thought I saw it in the news
I thought they
about.
still had it.
Did
Is it?
they?
Let's see.
I thought I saw it in the news about or something recently, but maybe not.
I'm seeing
Yeah, Nemesis is WB.
yes, yeah. Warner Brothers is the patent was extended, is what I just
It
saw.
was extended.
Yeah. So
So the worst reason it could have been in the news. Damn
Yeah.
it.
yeah, it's holding on to it and not implementing it. Yeah, it's such a great system. It sucks. I wish we could see more of that stuff. Shadow of Mordor still holds up today. If you haven't played it and you have no idea what we're talking about with the wanted system, or not the Nemesis system, sorry, go play it. It's really, really
Dude,
cool.
I was randomly cruising through TikTok and it landed on the live streams, and I was just going through it. Out of the probably 10 live streams I looked at before I flicked it off, 2 of them were playing Shadow of Mordor.
Hell yeah.
I was like, awesome, man. Like they were
Hell
just
yeah.
doing Nemesis farming. And I was like, all right, that's cool.
That's great.
Okay.
That's great. That's good stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I did not see this until yesterday, and I don't know how much of our audience will know about this, but if you have seen it, let us know. Activision has started throwing in adverts into Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Warzone loadouts. So there's like a loadout, right? Where you go to choose your loadout, and the top thing is an ad.
Oh, I thought you meant like the guns.
Wait a
like
second.
The loadout himself would be like AK-47 with a Pepsi logo on it.
Well, they probably have that, but
I'm going to be
Okay,
perfectly
true.
blunt.
Yeah, true.
I kind of tuned out a little bit after you said Call of Duty. Is this like the main Call of Duty?
yes,
Or is
Call
this, like,
of
their
Duty
mobile
Black
one?
Ops 6 and
So the
Warzone.
game that they already paid for just got ads added to it after the fact?
Yes, so this is where the load. This is from I think the screenshot's IGN. So like create a new build. These are the loadouts. Here's the ad right here.
Okay.
I think this is a skin or something, and you can search through them as you're wanting to get to your loadouts. So, yeah, 2K's done this stuff before. I think in some.
I was gonna say this is
sports
not
games.
new stuff. Like it's new for COD, but it's not new like for any other thing. Like
Yeah.
Well, what would be your top? Like, is it new for large paid products to then add in-game advertising after the fact? I think that's pretty new. Is that not new?
Not for like 2K sports games have had it for a while. And it's been in a lot of
Like the court stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's right. I remember when that was that. Yeah, I guess we're not really exposed to that too often.
Yeah, we
How
don't
long has
really
that
see
been?
it.
How long have they been doing that now? Remember when we talked about that like last year or the year before?
Probably a couple of years. Yeah,
A couple years?
probably a couple of years.
Damn, that is nasty. Oof.
It's very much. I mean, it's you open up any mobile game, right? And like that is the norm essentially. So
Somebody brought up a question. Is it only for in-game stuff or is it like sponsored stuff?
I think. Whoops. I think it's only for in-game stuff. Yeah. This is the. Sorry, I'm looking at more screenshots. That's the Tracer Pack, Comic Bonanza. So that's just more DLC. Well, oh wait. Okay, hold on. I didn't know that. So this is another thing. I guess it's all COD centric, but Bluntman and Chronic have skins in the game. Which, sure, why not?
That's crossover, but still it's in-game stuff.
Yeah.
So they're basically just now. I guess that does change a little bit. They're not necessarily putting in like ads into the gameplay.
Right.
They're just promoting their in-game store in other places.
Yeah.
And I mean, Fallout 76 was egregious about that.
Sure.
So that's. I will say it's a little weird maybe to do it in the loadout menu. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's where you go like to get your guns while people are shooting at you in the game.
Yeah,
right?
loadout is what you
not
choose.
exactly where you like. Oh, look, let me take a look at this for a little bit. Like that's not really the best place for it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it would be like when you first brought it up, I thought it was gonna be like ads for outside stuff, not like outside of COD, like completely like. Do terrorist bloodstains get you down?
Oh my God!
Stick.
Wait a second.
Try the tide stick.
I just thought of something here.
Let's hear it.
If I'm thinking that this system works the way it does, aren't most players going to be running up to it, using it, and then just Xing as fast as they can to get their loadout potentially? Because if they did that in that case, at the ad at the top, would they run to the loadout and then open the store to a page by doing that?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know the functionality. You would think so.
Because now I'm starting to wonder: did they literally do this for accidental clicks?
Maybe.
Is that the whole point of them putting that in the loadout thing, to hope people that click on it by accident and then get loaded into the store page?
If it pops up as the first thing,
if it's on top, yep.
Yeah. Someone in chat says this is only when editing the loadout. So. So then. Yeah, that's a little different. It's outside.
Okay, I feel like
of
this is
gameplay.
getting like less and less of an issue.
Yeah. I feel like we're going through the stages of clickbait right now.
The stages of learning ourselves. Yeah, learning the situation,
which is good. You know, I think this is good.
we're doing the groundwork so you don't have to out there. That's right. This is what everyone should do with every story. What we're doing in front of you right now.
I hate it when research lessens my outrage.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Also, mods.
Why did we bring this up? Because this all started with a clickbait title. We're going down the rabbit hole basically.
I got clickbaited is ultimately what this is. Yeah.
Yep.
So we can move
the
on.
100,000 people that clicked on it.
Yeah. Here's an interesting stat, and maybe we can use this as a quick diversion to talk about Nightreign. What is this? Alienia Analytics, which is a website, is and I guess a group that does analytics on stuff. They're talking about on Steam, 45% of Elden Ring players have played 100+ hours. That seems really high. But I guess
played 100 hours of
Elden Ring
or Nightreign?
Of Elden Ring. Yeah, not of Nightreign, just of Elden Ring. That seems incredibly high. But
Yes, man.
I guess it makes sense given, the nature of that game.
Given the game's freaking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And it also, that just leads into like, hey, why did they make Nightreign? Well, people
there you go.
People enjoy their their Elden Ring. I think I'm the only one to have played Nightreign out of the three of us, right? Co, you skipped it.
I skipped it.
Yeah, Zeke, you bought it, but then I told you it was not the best, so you haven't played it. Is that accurate?
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
Here, let me just tell this out for you.
Okay.
JP was like, "Hey, you guys want to play Nightreign on Friday?" And that was like a week ago, right? And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And Co never agreed to it, so I just assumed.
I was like
oh, Co's probably gonna do it, right? Sure. And then JP was like, I got busy. Sorry, buddy, I got busy. And I'm like, God damn it, I bought this fucking game. I had loaded it up. So I put out some other feels. Everybody's like, nope, I'm on vacation. Nah, I'm doing it other. Oh, I'm like, you fuck it then. Oh, I'm not fucking playing it then. So that's what happened to me.
Hey, it might pull me back in. So one of the big reasons that I kind of skip Nightreign is because um I'm in the boat where I have never really like I have no disdain for it. I don't think it's bad. It's just, all the reasons I like Elden Ring games are not really a lot of the reasons I loved Elden Ring are not really in Nightreign. I love the slow progress of power. I love the super immersive fights. I love playing solo, the gear grind kind of throughout the world and stuff. And I watched you actually and Ella and a lot of groups over the first couple days of Nightreign. And it looks like such a different experience. Watching you guys
very
like
different.
flash the map open and like go to a bonfire and just skip it super quick and just the spammy super frantic combat. Like this is a co-op action game. Like I would almost say it's not a Souls-like. And I know that sounds weird. But like it does not have that feel that for me, it does not have that feel that I would call a game that is a Souls-like.
Yeah,
It's just a different flavor. It's something new. It's a multiplayer co-op game that has an action Souls-like combat system.
I'm
Yeah.
very conflicted about this game. Like there are times when I'm playing it, I'm like, man, I'm having such a great time. This is so fun. I enjoy everything that's happening right now. And then the next game, I'm like, oh, I'm miserable. Like this fucking sucks. Like this.
What caused the pendulum to swing so?
I haven't been able to exactly pinpoint that. Like one of the biggest issues is that there's no way to fully restart a run once you're going. So like if you die to a boss, right? The penalty is that you lose a level. And if you're having like a bad run, you know that you're not going to really like finish the run or you're getting bad RNG. Or if you're playing solo and you're, not necessarily vibing with your teammates, there's no way to restart a run. You have to play it out. And if you quit, it's almost like frustrating that they have this function, but if you quit, you can rejoin a match. From like if you quit the desktop and boot it back up again, you can just rejoin the same match. It allows you very easily to jump back in. And for me, playing multiplayer games, everyone's like, oh, we don't have that function out. Somehow Elden Ring figured it out, but it's the worst implementation, the worst game to have it implemented in. Because I don't want to, I'm quitting out because I don't want to play this particular instance of the game anymore. Or the three of us are having a bad run. If I'm playing with two other friends, the three of us are having a bad run and we don't want to play this run anymore. We want to quit out. You just can't. And so that's a little bit frustrating. And then you kind of hit on the biggest point. The game's essentially like go, 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 go. You have to always be constantly moving. You have to always have a goal in mind. You have to look at the map. You have to plan out routes to go like, all right, we're going to hit the basement here. We're going to kill this guy in the basement. If he's a red-eyed guy, then we're not going to fight him because we don't have the power to fight him then, and we'll just run upstairs and fight the boss on the tower. There's a castle over here. That'll give us a flask upgrade. If we go that way, we can go into the mine to get the thing to upgrade our weapon. And like, you're just constantly thinking about
that. Reminds me of that
what
zombie
causes that?
mall game from what was it? Dead Island? The zombie mall game with the timer.
Oh, the Capcom game? Yeah.
Dead Rising. Oh God.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. Yeah. Oh, that game stressed me out so much.
Yes. So it's like a massive amount of stress, without question. Zeke,
so you do have limited time. I had no idea.
There's a circle that closes in.
Oh, it's like BR style. See, I am completely clueless on most of this. I have no idea.
Yeah. I didn't explain it, but yes,
anything
there's a circle that closes in. You have 3 days. At the start of each day, the whole island is available, and then the circle starts to close in. And then on the 3rd day, you go fight like a big bad boss. And
do you pick when the day, or is it just a timer?
It's a timer. It's a flat
So
out.
how long is a full run?
I don't know. The chat would probably be better to answer that. In my mind, it seems like 10 seconds because it's always like, oh God, the circle's here. We got to go. We're mid fight on a boss, but we can't kill him because the circle's right there. We got to fucking jump off. But I don't actually know how long it goes. Chat is saying 40 minutes. Is that for a full run, chat? Or is that for just one circle? I think that's for a full run. I've never actually looked at the clock while playing because I frankly don't have time. Like I'm always constantly rushed.
Kind of a dumb question. If you're playing with 3 other people,
2 other people.
two other people, so 3 total. When you guys going around, you all get locked to that map?
Yes.
Like, so one of you can't go out and make a new world and the other 2 join them kind of thing?
Right. Yeah. You're all locked
So all the
into that
maps are
game.
server side?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know how they handle that, but potentially that makes sense.
Huh. Interesting decision.
But we didn't have any connectivity issues at all. Like the servers were always pretty fluid. And I never had to worry about like latency when fighting. Everything seemed pretty good on that front. I think it's sporting like 300,000 people right now on Steam, so they definitely have players. Like it's definitely selling well.
They're killing it, man.
And doing well.
Said what, 2 million sales already?
Oh, I didn't see that. I believe it.
I can find that. Yeah.
They did a really good job with that. It's the more I played it with friends, I was
million
realizing,
in one day.
Geez.
Yep.
The more I was playing it with friends, I was realizing like, oh man, this actually is kind of sick. Like I'm having a pretty good time with this. And now the folks that I've played with who have actually played more than me, like Tomato and Strippin and Gmart and all them, they really enjoy the game. And I think that's just because they put time into it and have discovered, you know, the different nuances of like, oh, well, if you essentially beating the first boss, the first day 3 boss unlocks map variants. So like you can load in and your map will have like a snow tile set, or it'll have like a lava tile set, or something will change in the map. Different bosses will start to spawn. Some of which I'm not gonna, I guess it's been spoilered in like the footage, in the game footage or the trailers, but there's some callbacks to like other Souls games with bosses in this, which is cool. Like bosses I haven't seen or thought about in quite some time that were, you know, I guess regarded in the player base as difficult or like fan favorites. And so it's kind of cool to see that type of stuff and fight new variances on that. However, I will say this, and this is maybe my biggest like buyer beware situation. If you have not played Elden Ring before, this game I think is best played after you have played Elden Ring. Because we had people, the first day I was playing with Bruce Green, who has finished it, and Gassy Mexican, who has played Elden Ring, but he's not finished it. And throwing someone into a game where you're constantly having to rush at every single second is awful, because there is no time to learn. Like Max was having a hard time like locking onto people. And the way that you res folks, for example, when you die, is you have to hit them with your weapons. If they're like down, if you walk over and hit them, and that like builds up their res meter. So it's an awful experience if you have no idea what Elden Ring and Souls games in general are about. Even if you have like somewhat of a couple hours logged, like 10 or 15 hours logged in it, you're very much just going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And you also have to have like knowledge of the items within Elden Ring, because all of that stuff matters. You get 6 weapons that you can equip, and passives on the weapons apply to your entire set. So if you're using a sword and in your backpack, you have a bow with the RNG effect of when you 2-hand weapons, you get 10% more attack power. That benefits you while you 2-hand the sword. So weapons have passives, right? But they also have quality to them. So there's like common, green, blue, epic, legendary. And the legendary stuff is, you know, the legendary weapons from the game. Like Melania's weapon is in there. The Star Scourge sword is in there. That drops from like it's Rodan's sword or whatever. All of that stuff is in there. And if you have no idea what none of that is, it's just like, oh, I got a yellow. Well, what's it do? I don't know. Well, what's it called? It's something Starsco. Yeah, what's that? I don't know. Is it any good? I don't know. By the way, we got to start running because you're dying to the edge of the circle. Like, you can't even have the conversation. Of
what
any
you're
of it
doing right
leaving.
now in the game, is this the third day boss?
No. This is probably day one or day two. Everything comes down to a small circle.
Every day ends in a boss.
Yeah, everything like basically consolidates into a small circle, and then you get like a wave of ads with like 2 mini bosses in that, and then like the boss of the day drops in. Day 3 is like a full-on unique arena with like actual insane bosses, like really insane.
There's
shit.
8 of those, right?
I think that's 7 or 8. And I've only, for reference, I've played 10 hours and I've only fought, I've only killed one of those, the first one. And I did not kill it with this group. I killed it with like an experienced group of Souls players that have all finished the game. So it's pretty difficult.
Finishing the game is killing all the bosses?
There's like quests for the different characters you can choose. So I guess you set your own.
That's something I wanted to ask. Like, as far as like the builds go, like they give you like stock characters to use.
Yeah, there's 6 base characters and 2 unlockables that you get by, finding stuff in the world and bringing it out and going and talking to NPCs, and every character has like a quest line, and I think that those have they give you benefits. There's cosmetic benefits. You can change your outfits once you kill 4 of the day 3 bosses. There's also the roguelike of it, or whatever the term is that there are relics that drop, and these relics are color coded, and then they're color coded not by rarity, but by usage. So Iron Eye, which is the archer class, there's a full-on archer class, can use, I think in its base relic set, 2 greens and like 1 red. And so you accrue these relics over time. You can also gamba for them in-game. There's no MTX or anything like that. Gamba is just, you walk up to the NPC and say, I'm going to spend 2,000 of my currency that I got from this run and get 3 relics. And then they give you 3 relics at random, and they have random stats applied to them. Things like, when I use my flask, everyone in the party receives the flask, or different things like that. Or I get +2 dex, and my starting weapon deals magic damage, or is magically enchanted, or something like that. There's a bunch of different variances there, but those are just a taste of some of them. And so some of the other unlocks, which I guess might be in quest, or relic set that changes those colors for each class. So if you want to play this character and not use the 2 green, 1 red, but instead use the 2 blue, 1 green relic set, because you have 2 really good blue relics, something like that, that's available to you down the line as you put more time into it. But there's a lot of, like, I guess, expression for character builds as well, because a lot of the characters do play very different. There's one that plays with a shield inherently. He's the flying guy. He kind of plays like a cleric. He has like a heal ability. The archer plays like an archer. The mage plays like a mage, kinda. There's a summoner class that plays like a summoner. And then if you want to play like the tanky guy, there's the tanky guy that walks around with a dual wielding, I think a hammer or an axe is like his start weapon. There's a parry guy. It's got all kind of and there's like a rogue lady that you can unlock. So all your like archetypes are there.
Okay.
But
did you mention a mage by any chance?
Yeah, there's mage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mage exists. I played the mage for the first game. And it's not just like, because you have to, right, with a mage, you cast spells, and you have to have FP for that. You have to have mana.
Right.
And the way you get mana back, I still couldn't tell you the proper way to do it, which is why I hated that class so much. But it's like, if your partners use elemental-based attacks or have elemental-based weapons, you can then go up and like suck the elements out of the creature that you're fighting, and that then you do that 3 times, and depending on what elements you bring in, that changes your ability, the spell that cast. So if you ever played like Dota or League of Legends, it's like Invoker in that. I don't know if you guys have played that, but it's not necessarily like I'm gonna choose this spell and cast it. You kind of have to like know what you're doing, and you definitely have to read the tutorials on that. Like I skipped them clearly, and I paid the price for it. Yeah.
Wow. They don't make it easy for the mages, do they?
No. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, mage has always been pretty strong inherently, but a lot of people are playing archer. I think that's maybe one of the most played classes I've seen. It's strong. You're an archer. You can play at range. You do pretty good damage. I guess some of the other like things that are a little bit odd. The UI for the weapons is kind of clunky. Like it's still a Souls UI, so you have 6 slots, and like left on the D-pad and right on the D-pad changes those weapons, and then you can dual wield them. But like, I don't know, they could have had a more. It just looks fucking goofy when I have a giant's bow right now on the screen with like a crossbow in the other hand. That's personal criticism, I think. Maybe not necessarily gameplay criticism because it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's again, I go back and forth. It's fine. I don't know.
And you get unlimited arrows, huh?
Yeah, there's no arrows or anything. Yeah.
Nice.
You can stack all the same characters. I saw someone in chat just asking about that. You can all play the archer. You can all play the mace, 2-hand mace builder, whatever. You can all play the mage. Yeah.
I heard that you is it always 3 characters no matter what?
Well, so there are ways to solo queue, but the game, I don't think has any sort of balancing for that. So like, that just seems like fucking self-inflicted torture. Like, but that's the Souls audience in a lot of ways. Like hardcore players will definitely queue up solo, and try to like beat everything solo. But the bosses are just insane. I think they've said that they're going to add like solo balance to it and duo balance to it. But right now, I don't think that stuff exists, which is kind of strange that they're adding that after the fact. You would think that stuff would be inherently in there, but whatever. Not everyone has 2 friends to play with. There is matchmaking. You can queue up with randoms, but there's no voice chat. You can ping on the map where you're going.
Good.
I mean, a lot of people would want voice chat, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, being a streamer, that's like, oh, good, no voice chat, excellent. I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
Saying dumb shit.
And it does give you like a lobby code. So if you're a streamer, for instance, Zeke, you can like say, hey, come join me. Here's my lobby code. Viewers, jump in. Let's play. That type of stuff, which is cool. Or you can send it to your friends. You can also just invite over Steam. I don't think there's cross-play in this whatsoever. So if you're on PC, you're going to be playing with PC folk. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm glad that they're experimenting with it. I also heard some rumblings. I don't know how much truth there is to this, but apparently the game director was someone that worked on other Souls games and kind of started smaller and has worked their way up in the ladder. So it's more of like a junior, quote unquote, junior style game dev, or junior appointed game dev, which kind of gave me a little bit more of like okay, cool. I respect that. But then again, maybe that's just a narrative that they're running with, right? And I'm getting suckered into it. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think it's fine. I do think $40 is too much. $40 for this is pretty pricey. I would say like a 25 or a 20 would maybe be a little bit better, but they're charging 40.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think $40 is a bit too much, because you're not getting like for me the heart of Souls and, you know, Elden Ring and stuff like that is like just immersing yourself in the entire environment. And this is like, no time to immerse. We have to kill.
Well, I mean, I was playing with Max, right? And I was like, guys, I think we should split up. I think we should go, you go here because it was day one. We need to kill as many mobs as faster. Go, 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 go. And like Max was like, what? I want to play with my friends. Like, that's not fun. And his chat was like, yeah, why would you want to be like super competitive and like, and in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking? That's what this game is. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
why is this a conversation? Like, what are we doing? And Max is like, yeah, but you know, that's not what I want. It's like, okay, then I guess you don't like the game. Yeah, like I had like a very stonewall conversation with viewers from Max's channel and myself because I was just like, that's what the game is, buddy. Like, you got to go.
Yeah.
We're wasting too much time arguing about this. The circle's here. I'm typing down it. And so if you don't like that, you're not going to like it.
Yeah, this, okay. The more and more you talk about it, the more I'm thinking like this feels like a game mode of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Rather than, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's no like lore or story or anything like that. It's just like,
Are there new
here's
bosses?
assets. Let's throw it in with a new mechanic.
Yeah, there is a little bit of story, but yes, there are new bosses. I can show you the first day 3 boss. This boss you have to fight before you can see any other day 3 bosses. It is the Gladius Beast of Night. This is all in the trailer promotion and stuff like that.
Ooh.
He's a big like Cerberus dog. He splits into 3. You can see the damage. Well, no, my big fucking head's hiding it, but I'm tinking him for like, there's fall off damage on the archer, but I'm tinking him for like 100, and that's how little his HP bar moves. Like they've got crazy amounts of
Jonkster.
HP. Yeah, they've got crazy amount of HP. And a lot of the fights are fucking brutal. I think all of the day 3 bosses are new. I don't know if there's any repeats. I want to say they're all new. And some of them are just absolutely insane with the amount of damage.
I hope the solo patch they're doing is gonna make it so it's like viable to play the game that way. I mean, I love this boss. I've loved seeing like some of the encounters. I don't want to necessarily. I want to fight the bosses in Elden Ring. You know, I don't want to fight the bosses in a 3-player arcadey ring closing in multiplayer game. Like, yeah. I kind of hope the solo mode addresses that a bit.
Yeah. See, you say that, Jay or Co, and I'm like, this is kind of neat. You know, it's a completely different gameplay style within a world that I enjoy. So, like, you're kind of selling me on it, to be honest.
Hey, it's worked in the past, absolutely. Taking new IPs into new genres, for sure. I mean, it's like Yakuza, you know, in a lot of ways.
I might hate it, though. Like, the gameplay, I just, like, it's a new idea, and I want to test it out. I might hate it. I haven't played a single second of it yet, so I might hate it, like, after playing it, but it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, you can always try it out. It's intense, to say the least. But if it does fulfill the idea that I've always wanted of, like, man, what if I could play like a Souls game, fight bosses, and have 2 other friends at the same time fighting that boss? That's exactly what this is.
If I only had friends.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the biggest.
I'm gonna have to queue up solo. I'm gonna have to get not solo, but like I'll do the matchmaking. Yeah.
And this
hold
is
on.
boss splits. That's always fun.
Oh, okay. Is there an area like or like a training ground, like where you can like learn how to do stuff before you jump in and fuck up everybody else's day?
There's the round table hold, and it has like a little training area. That you can walk around and like, you know, test your abilities and learn how to play. So yeah.
Okay.
There's all that stuff.
Because I don't want to jump in and be like, guys, where am I going? Guys, you know, like my dad trying to play an FPS.
Yeah. It would, if they made the circle be a little bit slower by like, I don't know what it currently is. Maybe a run is 20 minutes or 15 minutes. If it was like 20% slower, I think I would have more fun. I don't know what that would do to the game difficulty though, because the game is balanced for the final bosses for you to be level 15's the max. And so when you kill a boss in the normal days, they drop a bonfire and you just go spam your souls. You don't get to dictate where you put your points. You just level up and then it automatically applies to your character. Depending on what your character is, it kind of like pushes those stats. So like for the archer, it pushes dex. For the, the cleric, it pushes HP and strength and all that type of stuff. But if it just had like a little bit more time and I wasn't constantly freaking out, to put it bluntly, from fear of the circle, because you'll die fairly quickly if you start touching it, I would probably enjoy it a lot more. But at the moment, it's like you jump down, the best thing to do is dictate someone to be the shot caller. They start marking stuff on the map, you and the other person run. And then it's that for the next 20 minutes. And if you die to a boss, it's really hard to be like, shit, we all lost a level. Like, this runs over.
Everyone loses a level?
If you die and you don't get rezzed, you lose a level.
Just you or the whole team?
Just you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But a wipe is...
it's still terrible. Yeah.
It's still bad. Yeah. A wipe is when everyone dies, essentially. Because you could still res your teammates. There's a timer during normal days, but during the boss, there's no res timer. You're just dead until you get res or you die.
So say you're on day 2, party wipe, you go back to day 1?
Nope. You just respawn as in day 2 and everything's still shrinking around you and yeah, all that stuff.
You start at the beginning of day 2?
Nope. You start exactly where you're at in day 2. You just respawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so bad to die.
So party wipe on a boss, you respawn at the boss?
You respawn near the boss. Your souls drop. If you don't get your souls back and you die again, you lose your souls.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's got that mechanic in it. It's like a constant clock.
So once you wipe on a boss, you're like, well, it's fucked, right? Is that what you just said? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The mentality is
the level and yeah. Goddamn. Okay.
Yeah. Now
and is there a quick way to like restart like from day 1?
Nope. That's what I was complaining about earlier. There's no way to restart.
Okay.
You have to play it out.
So you just keep wiping and wiping and wiping until what?
Until you get the wipe mechanic, I guess, would be to get to the end of the day and then die to the boss. And so that's where it's a quote defeat and it sends you back.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where it's frustrating.
That sounds brutal, dude.
Yeah.
So rezzing becomes really super important.
Yes, if someone falls in any fight, especially a non-end of day fight, you want to res them immediately because there's a thing that starts ticking down, and if you don't res them, they lose a level and respawn.
So I'm backing off it a little bit. Now.
I firmly believe that it was a game where they had a ton of like speedrunners consult on it, like Dark Souls speedrunners and Dark Souls like quote unquote pros were massively consulted on this or thought about in development for sure. Because it's that like you're just go speed run, and there's already people figuring out like the best runs and the best routes and all that stuff. There is RNG factor into it for a lot of stuff that will depend. Like some of the bosses are elementally inclined, if that makes sense, on day 3. So if you don't have the proper resist or the proper element to deal damage to them, it's going to be that much harder. For instance, there's like a boss that has like a lot of the madness stat, the like yellow flame.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have the proper resist, you're going to have a bad time.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And they also have weakness for elements. So if you don't get the proper weakness, you're going to be that much further, like, I guess, behind going into that boss. So, yeah, I'm conflicted on it. But at the same time, I kind of enjoy it. It's a cool thing. I just think $40 is maybe too much for it.
It sounds like for what it is, it's pretty cool and a lot of fun. And like I was talking about on stream today, it sounds like most of the negativity is people coming in expecting something and not getting it.
Yeah.
Even though the game may never have been trying to do that. So it looks like Elden Ring, but it's just a different game. It's a completely different kind of game.
It's yes. I really wish that it. In a lot of ways, and they would never do this for sales, but I wish it was a game that was offered for you to play after you finished Elden Ring.
I would have loved if this had been a free update for
Yes,
Elden Ring.
if it was a game mode that unlocked when you finished the
Yes.
game within Elden Ring or something like that.
You remember when the Path of Exile guys were like, "Hey, we made a BR, lol,"
Yes.
and it was like actually a developed BR game? Like, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Or even a DLC for Elden Ring, like a $10 DLC or something.
Sure.
Right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
That would have been great, but they, you know.
And again, they knew that on day one they'd sell 2 million copies, so so I see that why they made the decision they did.
Absolutely, yeah, I understand it 100% from like a company perspective. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Nightreign. I want to keep playing it. Zeke, you seem conflicted and you haven't even played it, so I think I've done my job.
Well, next time you play, invite a brother.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know
Yeah.
for sure.
And I have 300 hours in Elden Ring, so I'm familiar with it.
You got to go though, Zeke. There's no. If you're looking at gear and trying to decide if you want to use this axe or this axe, you're already
what
dead,
game I'm
Zeke.
playing.
You got to
I
go.
know what game I'm playing. I'm min-maxing. I am not looking to look cool or be cool. I'm looking to win. When I get into this game, I will be your winner.
Okay.
I will do my job in the group.
All right.
Whatever that
Zeke.
job is, you tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Zeke, you already died, bro. You're taking too long talking. You're already dead.
Just sitting there sizzling in the circus.
All right,
I'll
man.
do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Oh,
Sorry.
man. Yeah.
Just let it go, man.
The
No, I can play games fast. Just watch any of my David Cage game playthroughs. Like I can play
Oh.
games really fast.
fair. Yeah.
Even when chat's screaming at you to slow down, please, please.
Yeah.
Stop killing everyone, please.
What?
I didn't
You
even know
let
they
them
could die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that game came out and it is available. I will be one of those folks that put stocks in like player counts and all that stuff on Steam once the onslaught of June begins here in a couple days with all of the things that are about to come out. I think Dune will probably be the biggest takeaway from this in terms of siphoning players from it, but they are very different games and they service different audiences. So maybe it won't be that much of a pull. But there's a lot of stuff coming out soon. So
I'm more concerned about Arc Raiders.
yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, well, I mean, if Arc Raiders comes out, then fuck everything else, kind of.
Yeah, somebody in chat was saying this. Somebody in chat was like, when you were discussing the price, they were like, let's see, 40 for Nightreign or 40 for Arc, and then it was like, lol, never mind. It's like, yeah, that's not really, for a lot of us, that's not really a decision. Kind of like a very weighted.
Yeah.
It's also gonna be weird with Dune. Like I'm planning on hitting Dune hard, but like if they actually shadow drop it, if it's not a beta, if it's like your progress is saving, like I might have to split stream. I don't know, man. Like
yeah, yeah. It was.
I hope
This
it's a beta.
is somewhat of a self plug, but it's so busy that I was like, it would be really good if I just had more time to play. And then I did another thon. Like I did another subathon during all this because there's gonna be so many games. Oh shit, guys, are we doing another subathon? And now it's like, yeah, Switch 2 comes out. There's Path of Exile 1 League in June. There's Dune Awakening. There's this stuff coming out. The Arc Raiders potentially coming out. Stellar Blade has the PC launch. FBC Firebreak later this month. Death Stranding 2 later this month. I think their Steam Next Fest starts
Oh, dude,
this
Yeah.
week. Yeah,
tomorrow
tomorrow.
I've got a sponsored demo I'm playing tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like it apparently they're really pushing.
they're
the
pushing
Next
it.
Fest thing. I got a bunch of offers.
We
too.
got
Like, I'm sure you guys did as well. Like
Yep.
they're really doing Next Fest sponsored stuff. This
yes.
is new.
Turns out that stuff works. So
no,
rematch comes out.
Interestingly
as
enough,
well.
I wonder if this is a symptom of the AAA budget stuff. Like I wonder if this is like if this is a shakeup where they're starting to realign their focus in PR to earlier stages of games development.
Oh yeah,
Because this is a shift.
yeah.
Like they're trying to get more eyes on demos, and that way they get more. If they're going to see success, they see it earlier. So
Yep.
it's like these long-term multi-year projects won't need their stage 2s and 3s if they have successful.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
ancillary discussion, but yeah.
The Altars. That's another one that comes out. And
Oh God, that's like the 13th, right? I am so
yeah.
ready for that one.
Yeah,
that
I
one
think
looks
it is.
awesome.
I think
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
Altars
A
look
lot of
great.
stuff in June.
Yep.
And some stuff that, could shadow drop during I don't know anything that will, but everyone's like, well, Arc Raiders might drop.
Dude, if Arc Raiders drops a full version, that's gonna be kind of wild.
Yeah.
Because I have to admit I don't feel like that's a good time for them to do a full version drop. With this many other products around, it just seems like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, it seems strange.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be the winner in terms of people's attention, but you're right
Yes.
that it would be fighting for a lot of
There's a lot
other
of stuff
things.
coming out.
Yeah.
And Arc Raiders, they don't want you playing that necessarily for, a few days. Like, they'd like weeks to months with a game like that. So to have like Death Stranding right around the corner, and then that it seems a little weird. But I do think I'm with you. I think that the Arc hype, especially at this point, would probably win out over everything else you've listed.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2, maybe not, but that's just a single player. People
Right.
leave, do their Death Stranding 2 playthrough, and then just go back to Arc Raiders. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll get to SGF in just a sec.
Is Dune in trouble? No.
I think
Dune
Dune's
and
just
Dune
fine.
and Arc Raiders cater to very different types of players.
Yeah.
I think Dune will be fine.
I think so. Just kind of
Dune has other problems.
just a quick bit more of news. CDPR put out some numbers as well as announced Cyberpunk 2 has entered the pre-production phase. So that's very cool. They also said, and this makes a lot of sense, but it's another thing just to have confirmation. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has sold 60 million copies to date over a 10-year period, which is
Incredible.
crazy. Yeah, that's absolutely insane numbers. Phantom Liberty was
6 million a year.
Oh,
something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And just to respond to Ads Plays real quick, he says, sorry to be arrogant, I've never heard of Arc Raiders. Dude, you and most people.
Mhm.
Like, Arc Raiders is new, and it was a flash in the pan. I wouldn't have really known anything about it if it wasn't for this guy, who just randomly was like, hey, you want to check this game out on like a Sunday afternoon? I was like, sure, and instantly fell in love with it. So it went right under my radar too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. Like, I think it's the kind of thing where it's the people that have seen it have loved it. So when it comes out and actually makes a splash, it's gonna be probably bigger than Tarkov.
Yeah.
That's my guess. I'm still sticking to that. I think it's gonna be bigger than Tarkov.
I think so. I think
Especially
it has more
after the 1.0 announcement.
I think it has more wide mainstream appeal. Yeah, they also announced that the Phantom Liberty DLC sold 10 million copies. So congrats to all them.
Nice.
That's awesome. The Nintendo Switch 2 is already in folks' hands, but they can't play it. They cannot use the system.
Oh, activate it. Oh.
It has to be connected to the internet and have some sort of thing to download and like work, which is kind of interesting. I also
Kinda
saw
shitty.
yeah, I also saw some conversations around the like modding aspect and the hacking aspect of it, where apparently if you, the system can detect if there is a higher voltage on its hardware, and if it detects a higher voltage, will shut down and become inoperable. So like Nintendo's not fucking around this time. Where they're just not modders are just like, yeah, we're not
Wait a second. Time out. You're not seriously suggesting it detects a higher voltage and then bricks the system?
Yeah. Or makes it so it's like, hey, what are you trying to do to this hardware? We're gonna reset everything.
Okay. It doesn't render it a paperweight.
No. It
Okay.
like resets it. It's basically
I was gonna
like,
say
no,
Nintendo's
no.
bad, but
Yeah.
that'd be next level.
Yeah, it's like no, don't fuck with this type stuff. So
I think they will brick themselves, but only if you try to mod them, right? I think they have something in them that will actually like
there's something
disable
like
it.
that.
Only if you like void the warranty and
Yeah.
that's different.
So it's kind of, I'm
getting a lot of like I have all three chats open, and every one of your chats is saying no, it bricks it.
Oh, okay. I heard it bricks it. No, it bricks it. It goes into a boot loop. I wonder if that's fixed if you try to connect to the internet.
Well, there's a lot of people in my chat actually saying that their TOS states they can make it inoperable, and that it can also be remotely deactivated.
Oh, so Nintendo has control. Jeez.
Man,
this
you
is
know
very,
what? You
this
know
is
what?
very.
I'll be honest with you guys.
Where they said, well, since you signed the Disney Prime thing, we can do it. Like, it kind of has a feel like that. Like, oh Lord.
I'll be honest with you guys. I got a couple of offers to do sponsor streams. They're like, but you have to have a Switch 2. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I have no plans to get a Switch 2. And now I'm like, man, good job. Don't bother.
Well, I will. Again, you got to think about our audience and our sphere. Like, this is the hardcore of hardcore audience. Normies, we're gonna eat this up like fucking cake. It's gonna sell incredibly well.
Of course,
it's gonna do stupid numbers. Like,
tell me this. Do you think the Switch 2 is going to quickly or slowly surpass Switch 1? Because I have to say, like, a lot of the people that would have bought a Switch 2 probably have a Switch 1.
Yes.
I have to think that that's going to dramatically impact their decision making.
It depends, because like the Switch 1 was popular for a lot of reasons that hopefully we don't replicate, like COVID and all that stuff, right? Where people, you know, they bought it for like Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing was crazy during COVID in terms of sales and everything. So
companionship you could purchase.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of other handheld competitors now with things like the Steam Deck and whatever the other ones are. I'm blanking on their names. The Lenovo, I think, has one. Asus has one. And
there's a few of them now. Yeah, the Rogue Ally.
Yeah, the Rogue Ally. That's what I was thinking of. Basically, I've just been buying time because I don't know the answer 100%. I don't know which way I side on your question. I think it depends on the apps for it. And Mario Kart is kind of a killer app. Mario Kart's always been historically.
And it's not going to be available for the Switch 1, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's Switch 2 only. 99% sure it's Switch 2 only. And so that's kind of a killer app that might get a shit ton of people buying in. But the other thing is they're offering, like, you know, gameplay improvements, 60 FPS and all that stuff on their older titles. But there's not an Animal Crossing for it, right? There's not like that Giga, the Giga mainstream game. So I don't know.
Not the Tom Nook to pull the money out of our wallets.
Yeah, it really comes down to I think availability as well, and like you start to factor in tariffs and all that stuff, and if they're gonna be raising the price and how all that goes. So there's so many factors that I don't think I could say one way or the other from my point of view.
Yeah, no, all good points.
Yeah,
all good points.
I think it'll sell well regardless. I just don't know if that's gonna be, you know, Switch 1 will, because that's done insane.
That was pretty insightful. Showed that you kind of understand. Okay, Zeke, same question.
Say the question again, and I'll answer it.
Is the Switch 2 going to sell faster or slower? Is it going to be fast or slow for the Switch 2 to reach the sales of the Switch 1?
What he said.
Awesome. We would have also accepted ditto.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah.
Yep. No, honestly, I was sitting here looking up I was trying to find a comparison within the Nintendo universe to say like a console to the next console, I looked up the Wii to the Wii U, and I'm like, okay, that was an upgrade from the Wii.
I'm sorry, the Wii what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Exactly.
The Wii U.
The Wii who?
Yeah.
Oh God, are we going to be talking the same way about the Switch 2 as the Wii U?
That's why I looked it up, because it's like
I don't
drastically.
think so.
There's hardware improvements.
lower.
It's hardware improvements. So yeah, it's hardware improvements. It's still good, right?
Yeah,
No, yeah,
there's hardware improvements, but
there's hardware improvements.
yeah. It the Wii
When
U
do you-
is
have
a
they
special
already
beast.
stopped selling the Switch 1?
No,
When
God
are they
no.
gonna do that?
I don't know. They will probably put a. Well, actually, no. I don't think they will put a price drop on it because the Switch 1 is 300 and the Switch 2 is
Yeah.
500. They might just sell it as like an
Mm.
upsell type deal. Like, mom walks into GameStop. Hey, I want to get a Switch 1 for my kids. Well, there's the Switch 2. Have you heard
Yeah,
of
well,
that?
I was gonna say, like, I wouldn't have been surprised if you had told me that they were disabling Switch 1 orders right when Switch 2 came out. That seems, we live in a world like that, man.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll do something like that. You never know.
We'll see.
Yeah. That launches on Thursday, though. The Switch 2 does. So,
Cool.
I will be going to Best Buy to grab mine at 10 a.m. Because I don't want them shipping it, and we'll see how it fares. It's funny that I'm actually like Mario Kart's gonna be fun, but I'm most interested in a 60 FPS Zelda.
Dude, I'm so sad they didn't announce my 60 FPS Xenogears. Like, I'm waiting for
I
that.
bet you that's coming. I bet you that's
I will.
coming.
I've already made a pledge. I will find a Switch 2 if they do 60 FPS Xenogears.
Yeah.
So Xenogears.
I bet you that's
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No.
You want all of them.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh, you want the mech game, the 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4 game. Okay.
I want the game. Like, arguably, people say it's. I've had so many people tell me I'm going to play it. It's going to be one of my favorite games of all time. Like,
You never played that?
Never played that game. And Xenogears was one of my favorite games of all times, and they were like, it's basically that and more. And I was like,
I could have sworn that you played that and then
I played Xenoblade Chronicles, and then I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and
that
then
was
I
the gotcha
played
one.
Xenoblade 3. There's the names are still confusing me to this day.
Yeah.
But I played 2 of them. The second and the third one, and Xenoblade Chronicles X was the first one, and I had not played the first one.
Someone in your chat says he played it and then he quit at the turn up character started talking. Now that does sound like you.
No. That was.
I thought you played it and bounced off of it.
That was not the one with the diving at the beginning. That was.
They all blurred
a different
together.
one. They're all named Xenoblade Chronicles.
You
played Xenoblade X, but never finished it. Remember Starfall Rondo? I do remember Starfall Rondo. Yes. You played 2 and 3. X is a prequel, but 1 is the first. 1 was first, and then X, and then 2 and 3. Dude,
I side
don't
with
even know
Chad.
what's happening.
I side with Chad on this.
All I know is I didn't get any cool mech parts. I wanted cool mechs. I never got any cool mechs.
You build the mech.
I'm pretty
in
sure I
X.
thought I hadn't played the one. Now you're saying I played the one that just had the remaster come out of? That one?
Yes, that's what they're
You
saying.
finished 2. Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna we'll figure this out later.
Let's circle back around. We'll pencil it in and we'll talk about it.
Synergy.
Yeah. Hey, here's another thing. Talking about handhelds and Switch, by the way. Now, I full disclosure, I am sponsored for this, but as someone that owns a Steam Deck and has essentially kind of become a paperweight over the past year or two, GeForce Now works on the Steam Deck natively. It was natively released, and man, I immediately after that sponsored stream, after I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do all this, downloaded it. I got it working. It's fucking awesome. The fact that I have like a little handheld thing that can stream games from a machine that's, pushing a 4080 with crazy low latency, and like I can just put it into a dock and it's on my PC. It's fucking sick. And it connects with Steam. It connects with Xbox Game Pass. It connects with Uplay, the EA store, like all of this stuff that I already have, all these ecosystems that I'm already involved in. Killer product, man. I hope that stuff gets put onto other platforms. It's really the promise of Stadia finally delivered on for me. It's really, really good.
Nice.
But that all sounds super #Addy. If you have Steam Deck, do that. Obviously, you need an internet connection too, like a solid one, to be able to stream all that.
No, I mean, I'll back you up on that, dude. I did a GeForce Now like sponsored like a long time ago, and it's still like a really cool product. I agree.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think that's kind of it for news. There's some other small stuff, but I want to get to our SGF preview before we really jump in. Yeah, I think we could do that. Let's jump into the well, okay, this is a fun story.
Okay. No.
Fun
Sorry, I'm done. Two quick things. Sorry,
Oh.
I've been looking at this entire time.
Oh,
I did play it. I did play Xenoblade Chronicles. I did. I played it on the
We're
Wii U.
over it, Cole. God, move
No,
on.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I was so confused. I literally thought there was another Xenoblade game that I had not played. Like
Oh.
there's so many different ones of these. I thought the one that the definitive edition came out of was the one before this one. But I think that's a different game that was on a different system.
oh.
So that's where my confusion was. So
Okay.
yeah. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and try that one if it comes out in 60. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still sticking to the deal.
Okay.
Also, by the way, real quick before you go to your next news thing, did we talk about People Can Fly?
No, that was one of those smaller things. What's the full story there? They shut.
They
game-
basically had 2 projects that were announced they were working on, and they announced today that both of them are getting shut down and they're cutting a part of their force.
Jeez.
like-
Okay.
Basically, it had something to do with they had a disagreement with the publisher. Something did not happen properly with the publisher. They were not able to lock down the proper funding. So yeah,
that
they who is People Can Fly? People Can Fly were the people that unfortunately I will always remember them, and I know this is kind of negative, but I will always remember them as one of the largest dropping the ball companies of any game dev. And the reason being was for their game called Outriders, which they made this game called Outriders.
I forgot they
and-
did that.
And it was actually like it had actually had a community forming. It had like this hardcore farming community. And then basically what they did was they did this big patch that nerfed a huge amount of people. And everyone was like, what are you doing? Nobody likes this. And then they just like went quiet for 2 weeks. And then on top of that, they had a massive game breaking bug from the beta that made it into live. So they the world was their oyster. And technically they just, honestly, they've kind of been falling since then. It's kind of been like since that Outrider debacle, it's kind of been somewhat downhill since then. I mean, you may be able to trace back this to that,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was terrible. It was one of the biggest like hero to zeros that we've seen in game dev in a long time. So it was very unfortunate. But yeah, apparently that may have had an effect because the ripples have made it to the current day, and we don't know if they're shutting down yet, but they just canceled their 2 active projects. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They do have some contracts still going though. So they have people that are still working on some stuff, which is good. So they're not out yet. They're not out yet.
That's good. That's good. Anyways, here's the fun headline. The CIA operated a network of gaming sites and even a Star Wars fan page, apparently, that were part of one of its worst ever intelligent catastrophes. Which we don't have to dive into it. I just love that,
What? I was
that
gonna-
headline. I just like that headline. That's great. Just some some fun. Yeah. The URL is starwarsweb.net. And it now redirects to the CIA homepage. But if you look at it on the Wayback Machine in December 2010, it is a fairly standard Star Wars fan page. It was unearthed by security researcher Ciro Santilli and first reported on by 404 Media's Joseph Cox. Not the Joseph Cox that we know, though. That's a different Cox from Cox and Crindor. The sites were first discovered by Iranian authorities and may be linked to the killing of various CIA sources in China over the period 2010 to 2012. So some serious shit there. But Yeah, that's a interesting thing to stumble upon, I suppose. Anyways, on that cheery note,
Hey guys, remember Stumble Upon?
What? Oh yeah.
Do you
yeah.
remember Stumble Upon?
Yeah.
I spent hours on that when it was new.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, yeah, it's crazy shit. Crazy shit. Let's talk Summer Game Fest. The festivities will be kicking off next Friday. We'll be covering it in some fashion. We haven't really discussed amongst the three of us how we'll be doing that, if we'll be solo streaming, dual streaming, co-streaming, whatever. We'll figure it out between now and then. I will most likely also stream those on YouTube for the first time, at least the drop frames experience, just because you can't monetize it to begin with because all the copyright strikes. So why not? But that show kicks off, I think, on Friday at 5 o'clock. Is it 6 Eastern?
5 p.m. EST.
5 p.m. EST.
I made a sticky note.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice. 5 p.m. EST Friday. It's followed by by Day of the Dev. Saturday, we'll have the Wholesome Direct at 12 p.m. Eastern, the Latin Summer Showcase, the Southeast Asian Game Showcase, and then the Future Game Show at 4 p.m. Eastern Saturday. And then next Sunday, we'll have the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, and then immediately followed by the PC Gaming Show, of which I believe Day9 and FAM have once again announced they will be hosting. So,
I know I'm sponsored for at least one or two of those, and
Okay.
that a lot of screaming, and that I'm going to be watching all the major shows with you guys for sure, like PC Gamer, Xbox, all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
But a lot of the minor shows, like the smaller shows, I probably will not cover those because it's going to be the Dune release, and I really want to play Dune.
yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of that.
Cool. Yeah, not a big deal. I would assume the ones we will watch together: Summer Game Fest Friday, Future Game Show Saturday, and then Xbox and PC Gaming Show on Sunday. Those four big ones are probably the ones we'll come together on. Is DF and check out.
I honestly try not to make plans, so like whatever you're watching, JP, I'll watch it with you.
Okay.
Whether it's a big show or a small show, whatever.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let me get the now. This list is, I guess he's going to put out another list tomorrow. Keeley tweeted out, these are the 2025 partners round 1, which I guess implies that there is a round 2 coming out. But a huge amount of titles here. Embark is, of course, the dev team behind Arc Raiders, and they are on this page. So,
Oh God, it's happening. That's
So-
confirmed. It's happening. Look for a code. Where's the timer? What's the website?
yeah, that's there. We also see PlayStation is there. I think a lot of that is probably Death Stranding. I think he's already also confirmed that Kojima will be there with something from Death
We
Stranding.
have something directly after the Future Game Show. What time? You said Future Game Show's on what day?
That's Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern.
At 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
And nothing after that.
Nothing after that. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Thank you.
Trying to see if there's any other NeoWiz. That's the Liza P folk. So we'll probably get Liza P DLC, maybe a date with that. Steam's on there. Square Enix is on there. Kind of all the heavy hitters that you would expect. Amazon Games is on there.
This is going to be big.
Yeah, CD Projekt is on there.
Oh, is
Capcom.
the company behind the Wolf game, the CDPR spinoff company?
Oh, who?
Are they here?
Who is?
God, I'm trying to remember their name. I know if I see it, I'll remember it.
We had them on the show, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yes. I'm waiting on.
It's Rebel Wolves.
I
don't see
not
them.
See them. I do
Bummer.
not see them.
I want more from them. More.
Yeah.
More.
Well, and this is also round 1, so this is already pretty big. I mean, most of these these are kind of the biggest publishers in the biz, to be honest. The big 3 are on there: Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. So
Yeah.
you can't go. And then you've got
It's gonna be a fun show.
got
There's lots of great
Nexon.
names there, man. Yeah, that's big.
Magic the Gathering's there. That's probably for the new Final Fantasy set. Focus Entertainment's on there. Funcom, they'll probably have some Dune stuff.
Oh yes, lots of Dune
Um,
things.
505 games, so that's probably FBC Firebreak. Maybe a Control. Do you think it's too early for Control 2 stuff? You think we get like a teaser or something like
I
that?
think they're super focused on Firebreak. I mean,
Yep.
they did not only big demos recently, but they did a whole lot of press stuff for it. They did some interviews and stuff too. So I'm guessing they're going to be totally focused on Firebreak for now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my guess.
IO Interactive is on there, so we could see the new Bond game in the Hitman
Oh yeah.
style video game, which could be really cool. Some of these I'm not super familiar, like Kinetic games. I don't know what they are responsible for.
Mundfish is Atomic Heart. They apparently have a big new DLC coming out, so that could be cool. Kinetic Games.
Oh, that's
is
Phasmophobia.
an indie game studio focusing. Ah, yes. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Is Phasmophobia 1.0? Is that?
They just did a big crossover with some. Let me see real quick.
Still in early access.
Phasmophobia,
Okay.
$20 in early access. Yeah.
I wonder if that's a 1.0 announcement.
For 5 years, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that game, talk about COVID sales. Holy, that game sold a shit ton.
Oh, that game is
625,000 reviews. Almost 626
Those are reviews.
on Steam.
And so what's the thing? Rami said you multiply that by 42 for sales?
Something like that. Some fucking crazy ass number.
Oh,
I had no idea it sold that well. I had no idea it sold that well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's wild. What is what's Amazon bringing here? Is that their MMO? Do they have a DLC for their MMO? Lost?
Just lost. Just money lost. No, just lost. They're just gonna throw money into the audience.
They're just gonna
They
announce.
figured it'd be easier if they just gave money, just threw it out instead of like wasting it in projects and stuff.
Aren't they doing a Lord? Yeah, are they doing?
No, they're
that
doing a Lord of the Rings thing. Yeah, they're doing a big Lord of the
Okay.
Rings thing, aren't they? Or is it like it's an MMO, isn't it? Because I remember when they first announced it, we were like, "What about the one that's still going from 20 years ago that people are still playing?"
Yeah.
But I think it's like an MMO.
Jumping right at the height of the hype for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, really just nailing it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that new Kings Road game came out recently. That was
Yeah, you did a sponsored
Splash.
stream for that, right?
I did. I got a bit debated with that one.
What do
I
you
was a
mean?
little frustrated because I originally looked at it and I was like, this game looks like not super great, looks, a little mobily. And then like, no, it's $30. And I was like, oh, they're charging for it. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. And maybe it's like a Telltale game or something, sure. And then I find out, like, you can see, like, I'm like, wait. It's $30 to play the free-to-play game early? That's what the $30 is?
That face though.
I
like,
spoiled
really?
it, yeah. But
And then I
all
like went
know about
over
it.
and we spent like a good part of the rest of the stream like going over the monetization and stuff like that. And I mean, it's what it is it's a free-to-play game for Lord of the Ring fans. But like,
Game of Thrones.
Like, that face.
Yeah.
But Game of Thrones fan, I'm sorry. But it's a 100%. It's like basic as basic can get with, it's a thing. It's a thing. I definitely ended that stream and was like, this is not for me, but you've seen what it is, and if it's for you, then you know where to find it.
Fair.
So that was a bit of a
Absolutely. That for people asking, that's Soda Poppin's sponsored stream of it. That was just shown where he made, I guess, the best looking character he could. And it cut to him in the cutscene. Here's the music does.
They're doing that in PoE too. That's true.
True.
But they also give you the $30 worth of in-game currency to use. I don't know if they're doing that with the Kings Road guys. They might have been, to be honest. I didn't look. Maybe they are.
Maybe.
But it's so, and if Kings Road is doing that too, more power to them. That's good for them.
Yeah. This is the little hype trailer that Keeley put out that he edits himself. Funny enough,
I heard Marathon is in this.
Marathon's in this.
That's weird.
But like, I get it from Keeley's point of view because it is like one of the most talked about games of the year. Maybe not for the right reasons, but it's in there.
Do you think they'll be? That means they'll be at the show.
Well, it's probably. I mean, it's been locked in for a while. It's kind of hard to.
Bungie's going to be at the show.
Are they on? Were they on that list?
What? if they're in the hype trailer, you'd think they'd be there, right? I mean, every second of this SGF thing is curated.
Yeah.
But I mean, are they really going to do like a normal promo right now? They can't, right? That'd be crazy.
It would be really weird.
That'd be crazy.
I would love that, dude. I would absolutely love it. Like they just go on as if nothing's happening, as if shit's not on fire.
Yeah. Someone in my chat just said that this trailer was made before the drama, so I'm trying to see if Keeley stated that outright. But that would make sense that it was made before the drama. But I don't know if that's 100% certain.
I would, yeah.
That was months ago, right? That was
a couple weeks, I think, right? 2 or 3 weeks. You're talking about the art stuff?
Oh fuck! That was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It's been that kind of year, man. It's been that kind of year.
Fast.
I hear you.
Oh god, that was like 3 years ago, right, guys? Right?
What did I just read in chat? Co, have you seen the Sean post about Light No Fire? I think he stole it from you.
Oh, he did. I did see Sean Murray post a little like fire.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So maybe that's gonna be there.
Oh, what stole Sean? Stole what from me?
Stole it.
What is there to steal from me? I'm confused.
He tweet.
I don't see anything.
He tweeted about editing the trailer on the May 24th.
Oh, because he put bacon on it. That's fair.
Oh, Keeley did tweet that he was editing on the 24th.
Oh.
So yeah, that is. God, that is before.
That is post. Yeah. Co is pissed. I'm super pissed. You look at this is the face of
he's angry.
I love that trailer, but why were so many parts of it, the marathon trailer, blurred out?
Oh God!
What is this? A BB No Money video? Sorry.
Were there naked people in the background of it or something?
Oh God, that is true. I wonder if they had to do any post edits for that because of all if Sony sent like a little line, hey, can you not include any of our iconography or, general art in this entire thing?
It's for the 12 seconds it was going to be like hyped up. It's like just Marathon and Comic Sans, just like on a black screen.
Yeah.
Just like letters.
Jeez. Well, should be a fun show. I'm excited for it. It's always a good time with Keeley. They've been, I would say almost every single year, they've gotten better and better. And he's kind of hidden his stride now. The past couple of Game Awards have been really good. Past couple of Summer Game Fest have been really good. They've also done that like in-person stuff, and that's been getting better over time. Jesse Cox and any like LA natives are always going out to that. A handful of folks are still flying in and going to the in-person events. I've heard nothing but good stuff for all of that. So it's a good event, and I hope it continues to grow, as I'm sure it will, because that sheet is pretty much everyone in the fucking game industry. There's no one that's not.
Somebody asked, did we cover the Randy Pitchford stuff? I feel like we covered that pretty well.
Well, there is an update.
We talked about it last week with Handy Richford.
That's
Remember
true.
him?
Handy Richford. Old Coke. Yeah, no, he did actually.
With his churro flavored cigar.
Randy Pitchford 2 point.
Yeah. Oh. No, there was an update to that. I forgot about that. He like responded to the original tweet or something. I don't even.
Oh, he did put up a big I'm sorry post. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that.
He also tweeted, for our real fans who may be cost sensitive, the very awesome and incredibly fun smash hit
sensitive
video game.
Is that the new term for poor people? Cost sensitive people?
I don't fucking know.
Is this the new? Don't call them poor. They're cost sensitive.
I don't fucking know. He was promoting Tiny Tina as being free on Epic Games Store.
That's a good word.
But it took him less than 10 fucking words to put his foot in his mouth. Like, holy shit, man.
They're not poor. They're purchase adverse.
Money impaired.
Adverse.
Fucking Christ. It just pisses me off. It's just so stupid.
I like that sort of dad's like, I'm not consensitive.
What do I call him?
Oh God.
I can just imagine Randy's like, he retweets that, he quote tweets that, and he's like, maybe y'all didn't understand me. I was talking to the people who are allergic to work. Okay? I was only talking to those people.
God.
And we call them bums? Is bums still a thing? Can we say they're bums?
It's upsetting because he didn't create that term, and that's a term that probably gets thrown around in like marketing meetings or something like that. Our cost-sensitive fans, it's probably some threshold that they have for folks. It's just,
Yeah.
pisses me off. Yeah, that's the latest on Randy Pitchford. That's what he's up to. That's what he's up to. Cole, what happened?
Okay, oh, sorry.
My 6-year-old son just came downstairs and asked if I could be quieter because he's playing the computer.
Wow. That's a big moment for you. What's he playing?
I'm glad he said it. I really am, though. Like, I'm glad he said it because I've been thinking it for years.
He was just like on the side of the door. He's like, I'm bad. You could just be a little quieter. I'm trying to play my computer. He grew up so fast.
Man, that's
man.
I'm glad to have shared this. You got to get him some noise canceling headphones now.
I do.
That's what you need.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. My oldest is going to come down here. Just, can you keep it down, Boomer? And he's just going to run back upstairs.
Oh man.
Hold on. Now I've been in your house. Like, it seems like your office is far enough away from their computer room.
You would think. Apparently, the door was open at the top of those stairs, so they were hearing it up the stairwell.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
To be fair, it's been a raucous show today.
Okay.
Tell him put headphones on like a real gamer.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get at him.
I will.
Yeah.
Get at
You're
him.
not a real gamer. Put your headphones on.
Parenting with Ezekiel the Third.
Like, somebody in chat was like, next time he comes down and talks smack to you, you should name check him. Don't you know who I am?
Oh my God.
You?
Oh God.
Well, son, this loud mouth that you seem so adverse to paid for all of your computer games. So maybe a little give and take. Maybe
just a little bit. Karen Carnage.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh, love it.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else at Summer Game Fest. Not really. Just gonna be a fun show. I'm excited for it. It looks to be 2 hours long this time around, which I think is normal length for those shows. I will say the one thing I am worried about is being that we're a month-ish away, a little less than a month to Death Stranding. I really hope that's not like 30 minutes of the show. I hope it's like a 10-minute thing.
I know.
And, like, I'm excited for it, but if I have to see Keely be like, he's my friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
my
be
friend,
upset.
my confidant,
Yeah.
my one and only,
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima.
I hope that that's cut back.
But I will say, I frankly don't want to see another frame from Death Stranding 2. Like, I hope they don't dive into like a big thing because I'm not going to be watching it.
Well,
like, I'm ready to play the game. You know, I don't want to see all the cool scenes and bosses and characters.
I do have some bad news for you.
Oh God, what?
Because Hideo Kojima did announce the Death Stranding 2 On the Beach game premiere event on June. Oh wait, that's June 8th. Oh wait, this is an entirely different. Oh, maybe that means it will.
He's
be
doing
shorter.
a whole ass show for himself.
Yes, on
Go
Sunday.
Hideo. There we go. Okay, good for him.
Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific. So that's after the PC gaming show. Live streaming on YouTube. Yeah.
Maybe Jeff will be his guest.
Ooh, maybe
Full
so.
circle. Yeah,
Maybe
there
so.
we go.
Uh,
Maybe Hideo will be like my good friend.
I don't.
Jeff.
Chat might have been trolling me, by the way, but did you see there's a VTuber in Death Stranding 2 as one of the little hologram things? It's I think
Like
it's,
an actual VTuber.
yeah, I think it's Pecora, Usada Pecora, or something like that. That's real? That's real. It's like a Japanese VTuber, Usada Pecora.
I think Pecora is what I get from Indian.
Yeah. So Kojima is
Oh,
obsessed
yeah,
with
look at
Pecora.
this.
Oh, okay.
Death Stranding 2 will feature HoloLive VTuber
Yes.
Usada Pecora, and some players are confused, is the title of this article. Thank you, Vice, for that.
What a great headline. That's
Okay.
Yeah,
Are we
Usada
over that
Pecora's
by now?
huge.
Are we over the fact, like, do we not, I mean, like, Kojima and weird is just like a thing? So, like,
Oh, completely. That
why
makes
would we
perfect
be
sense.
confused about anything? Like, I even have, like, an emote based on, like, when I was playing Metal Gear. It's like,
Yeah.
don't bother asking why.
There's new people
Ever.
not
It's
exposed.
just a bad plan.
Apart from Death Stranding, the majority of, I would think, like modern day gamers, post-COVID gamers, probably haven't experienced much of the Kojima verse, the Kojima way. So I don't know. Weird's always weird. Doesn't matter how long they've been weird. They're still gonna be weird. I assume Death Stranding 2 will push that envelope. I think that's it for everything, SGF. We'll cover in the shows. We'll let you guys know how we're gonna be doing it. Yeah, that's kind of all the big stuff.
Yeah, it's the last thing I'll say on it is I am wildly excited for this year's SGF, because what SGF does is it gives us the industry roadmap for the next few years. And we're gonna see now. This is one, maybe not the first, maybe next year is really gonna be the first year, but arguably this is the first year where we're seeing a relatively massive exodus of funding from game dev. So that means we're going to see, like, what direct effect has that had? Like, what games are here, how much time they give to them, like if we have a bunch of new IPs coming or a bunch of remakes and a bunch of, this is going to be very telling. So this year's show and next year's show are going to be basically what decide where game dev is going for the next decade.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, somebody brought this question up that's going to be very interesting, is what is SGF going to start doing about AI and AI in games and stuff like that? Are they going to, what's going to happen when the first AI games start approaching Jeff? Is he going to be like, no, we're not going to do this? Or is he going to get little dollar signs in his eyes and, start doing that? So it's going to be interesting.
I mean,
we may actually see some of that this year.
He shied away a lot from the crypto stuff, right? Like that was
it. Yes, he was pretty adamantly against that, which was great.
Yeah. I mean, we got Co after you left last week early on the OTK show. They actually did a sponsor bit for I don't even remember the product, but it was a crypto product. You had a wallet that when you went to the website, there was a wallet in it. I forgot what it was called, but that was in the OTK game show. So it's kind of insidious everywhere. It was a crypto auto shooter. That's what it was.
Someone in chat said AI is not a fad, though. That's my whole point. Like, AI is going to be here, and it's going to be a wave when it hits. Is SGF going to ride the wave, or are they going to try to block it, or are they going to ignore it? Like, that's going to be right now. SGF is one of the last big gaming events, like outside of actual present events like PAX and stuff like that, and Gamescom. So it's what direction it goes is going to be very telling.
SGF did have that cat game. Remember that really like hyper realistic cat looking game that I think was just called Cats, and the trailer was just a bunch of fucking cats with like, and I think that was crypto or AI or something.
Well, I mean, we're seeing like we're starting to see the beginnings of it. What was that other big Sims like game that came out where you could just put a drawing in? Inzoi, and it would AI a 3D model for you.
Yep.
Like, people are like, oh yeah, like we hate AI art and everything's terrible, but Inzoi is awesome. And then it's like, okay, but you draw an item in there and then it AI is a 3D model.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, it's like you literally just AI arted a 3D model in that game. That's exactly what you don't like about AI. You just did it in Inzoi. And they're like, yeah, but I like Inzoi. Oh shit. okay, well, you know, and a lot of people are
It's-
that's how this is going to happen. That's how this is all going to happen.
The nuance
That's-
is starting
it's the
to
Inzoids.
occur.
Yep.
Where
Yep.
where
You're like new master, but in Inzoi it's cute and adorable.
that's right.
That's right. That's how they're going to get you. It's going to be cute and adorable as it slides into, and then all of a sudden it's not going to be cute and adorable, and it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it's very true. I think we'll start to see. I would even think outside of like game shows and stuff like that, Steam's probably going to have to do something with that, right?
Steam did. If I'm not
does it
mistaken.
state like this game has generative
yes,
AI in it or something?
If they have to actually tag it, and I think that they also do different things to the advertising and where they put it. They released a thing about this.
Oh,
Steam AI statement. Let me see if I can find it. AI content on Steam. We're updating the content survey the developers fill out when submitting on Steam. It now includes AI disclosures. We need to describe how you're using AI in the execution of your game, and it separates usage into categories: live generated or pre-generated. So they are making sure, also releasing a new system that allows Steam for players to report illegal content inside of games that contain live generated AI. So they're trying it. I mean, to their credit, they're not ignoring it. Like they're putting in tools to allow people to report it and all sorts of stuff. So
yeah. I don't know how much further we want to push the conversation, but I kind of agree with someone in my chat just said. A good chunk of AI discourse is skeptically ethical training sets. Inzoi and Paradox use AI and clearly disclose it. That cat shit was opaque as mud. People had to dig it up after the trailer. That is kind of true in a lot of ways.
That is true. There's the same argument for using the Adobe AI stuff and the big license things. That does get murkier.
Yes.
It absolutely gets murkier. But again, that's like and I'm this is coming from somebody who is fully aware of the situation, but that is the foot in the door. Like that kind of stuff is once that becomes totally okay and fine, then the other stuff becomes a lot less of a big deal. So it's still all the ride into the descent into AI. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Can you guys explain more why and which AI is bad in games? Are games bad for having AI, or is it about art, etc.? So everyone, just super quick. We're gonna real quick do this.
Okay, do it.
It's gonna be different for every person, and it depends on how you feel about AI. But the short of it is that there is AI used in the creation of the human element stuff. So there's pipeline AI. There's AI to help with file management. There's AI to help put different points on a 3D model and stuff. That's one kind of AI. And then there's another kind of AI that writes the story for you, does the voice acting for you, literally just creates all of the art in your game from prompts. So the big separation that people tend to use is there is a set of artificial intelligence tools that helps human, and then there are a set of artificial intelligence tools that replace what humans do directly. And people are much more concerned about this AI. Players don't necessarily want to play games where they know all the art, the story, and the characters were made by AI. That's a weird feeling to a lot of gamers. They don't want to touch it. But those same gamers won't care if a game uses AI just for production pipelines, to speed it up for the small indie dev team, to help with their file management, to increase the pipelines of their 3D model rendering. That's different. So AI itself is this giant bucket term that unfortunately can mean all sorts of good things and all sorts of bad things. All AI means is artificial intelligence. The implementation is a completely different thing, and that falls into a lot of different categories.
Yes. Yep.
I hope that answered your question. Yeah.
Ditto.
We got to do it. Right? We got to do it. Yeah.
And the best part is all of that is included in Twitch Turbo.
There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bring it on home. There we
Joke
go.
Still works.
Okay, great.
Joke still works. All right, let's talk a little bit about what we've been playing. We didn't talk about it last week. Zeke actually started it this past week. So let's talk about it now. The old Tainted Grail. You guys are both playing it.
Yes.
How is it? How many hours have you put into it? I guess both of you.
I'm not going to say a word.
This out.
Zeke, take it away.
Let me get this out. Okay.
Okay. Do I need to make everything a little darker?
Co and I like the same game.
Yes.
It's crushing me. I went into it. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure. I probably won't jive with it, but man, it's fucking fun. It's a good game, and it has like it. It definitely has like those comparatives to Oblivion that you get a lot of. It's definitely like that, but it also not only that, but it has that like that's less so. I would say less Bethesda jank, but it has some of it in there, and it's God. If it's kind of charming in a way, like you remember like, oh shit, remember when this happened in Oblivion or this happened in Morrowind or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, that's hilarious. What a fucking, shit show like of coding they did on this particular section or this part or this environment or whatever. There's some of that in there, and it kind of like I'm not mad at it. I should be mad at it because it's like, just to give you an example, like I'm playing a summoner in my game. I'm playing I summon Skellies. Yeah, I started off with the Zombeastie Boys, and then I went to Bones to Men because you get more and more. Because I start off with three summons, then you get 4 summons. I was Bones to Men, and then I had my 5 summons, which was Instinct.
Oh my God.
Great.
And but they all have collision. So I was sitting there like on this bridge, right? And I'm like, there's the guy, there's the bounty we're going to get. And you can point your minions to who to go get. And that in and of itself only works about 50% of the time. You're like, go get him. And the guy's like, what are we doing, boss? You tell us where to go. I'm like, go over there. Get this guy. Go. And they're like, I don't know what you want from us. So that notwithstanding, when they actually do follow orders, you're like, go get that guy. And they're like, yeah, boss, we got it. And they like fucking shoulder check me off the fucking bridge. And I'm like, God damn it. And I just fell off the bridge. So it's like, okay. So
That's kind of fun,
in
though.
tight spaces,
like
these
fun
guys are
jank.
going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But all in all, the game is fucking fun. The voice acting in it, surprisingly, like I didn't expect it to be as good as it is.
There's that one problematic guy that's in it.
Besides the one guy, the voice acting's pretty good.
There's that one.
There's a clip.
Oh, I know. I saw.
You watch it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Good. Excellent. Yeah. Besides, there's the one guy, but other than that, like every single voice in the game, like that I've come across, like almost all of them have been either fun to listen to or like, holy shit, who is that voice? Like they pick some really like voice actors with some fucking gravitas. Like every time I talk to King Arthur, because you can talk to King Arthur's ghost or whatever, the spirit at your bonfire.
Yeah.
And you kind of talk to him, and he has such this like wonderfully deep and like compelling voice. And you're like, oh my God, you could tell me stories all day. I was really surprised at how much I loved it.
Any character in this game could read me bedtime stories.
Yeah.
Like there's so many good voices, and there's so little repetition. Like it's crazy. It's wild. And the dialogue rocks. Like the quests are actually fun. Side quests make me laugh my ass off. Like there's okay, just to give you an example. I kind of want to spoil one just because it's so good, but I don't want to spoil it if you guys are going to play it or get to it. But there's one that blew my like I literally I jumped, my jaw dropped. I was like, there's no way this is actually happening.
Well, Zeke's definitely playing it. I don't necessarily care.
You think you can play? Okay, Zeke, you might want you'll want to see this for yourself the first time.
Oh, how far is it into the game? Is it in Act 2?
Act 2. Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't got there yet.
Okay. Can I spoil it? Okay, let's spoil it real quick. Real quick spoiler. Dude, you walk up to a guy, and I legit kid you not, he is straight up T-posing. And I was like, oh man, like this is like the first bug we've done. Like this is bad. You go up and start talking to him. A druid cursed him. And there's a whole quest about how he's T-posed because he's cursed. You have to like because he was playing bagpipes and this drugged out druid thought he was a demon and cursed him never to move. Like it is one of the most hilarious like
nice.
and that's just one of probably 7, 8, 9 quests that are super iconically funny. Like I will remember these quests for a long time kind of thing.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
There's entire lines, action lines that you can do that are reminiscent of the old school. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, I mean,
It's actually great.
I remember when because I did a sponsored stream for this game before it was 1.0, and like in the very opening of the game, you can find that one book that's supposed to be like the lusty Argonian maid thing. And I remember
read that out loud.
I remember reading that, and I was like, "Oh, this is okay." And that like set the tone for the game.
Bro,
I feel it's a good tone setter.
It's a whole set of books.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
I
Nice.
found at least 2.
There's whole quests. It's great. It's great.
Fantastic.
That book is a great example of how I feel about when people ask me, like, how does this compare to an Elder Scrolls game? How is Tainted Grail an Elder Scrolls game? And I was very poorly articulating at the beginning that, like, I almost don't find them comparable in a lot of ways. But let me say this right. They are absolutely comparable. I just feel like Tainted Grail is Bethesda 2.
Okay.
Like everything in Tainted Grail, outside of like the technical issues, and there's some balance issues. The game has some issues. The game's undercooked. Need to say that up front, especially on console. This game is undercooked on console. So for the love of God, if you're thinking about getting this on PlayStation or Xbox, they're patching it, they're working on it, there are problems.
You picked a fantastic time to say that. Here is the videos rolling.
Yeah.
Water is coming through.
But the game has some jank. It has some issues, especially as it, just like Baldur's Gate 3, especially as you get towards the end of the game. Apparently, the issues, especially with the quests and stuff, start to happen. So that being said, there are so many things about this game that makes it feel like I played Oblivion and Skyrim and Morrowind as a kid, and now I'm playing the next version of that as an adult. What do I mean by that? I mean, the themes are far more mature. The world is much darker. I mean, they do things in this game that I feel like Bethesda games wouldn't even come close to. The model design is in some cases brutal. I mean, there's enemies in this game, like when in the first like blood lake you go into, they look right out of Hellraiser, man. Like pulled flesh, pulled over spikes and shit.
Yep.
Like there's some crazy stuff in this game.
There's
On top of that,
definitely like Hellraiser, H.R. Geiger influences.
Oh,
like,
dude, there's a whole room that's right out of freaking Prometheus. Like
Yeah.
it's great, and it's like a main room. But the thing about this game that I keep coming up to is it's like people we were going kind of down the list of comparisons. Everything in Tainted Grail just feels like, for me, like a little more, like more towards what I like. Like the combat is zippier, the mechanics are deeper, the way you can specialize is better. There are more items that have more interesting effects on them. The quest dialogue is far more well written. Side quests feel more impactful. The main quest is super interesting. Like at this point in Act 2, like I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, but everything that's happening is like interesting and I like doing. It's been one of those games where it's like you feel that game dev iterates. This is what it looks like when a very solid dev makes a slightly undercooked game that is the iteration of Bethesda's Elder Scrolls. This is, in my opinion, like that next step. I strongly feel this is probably going to be one of the biggest sleeper hits this year.
One of the biggest things for me personally in the game, right? And you get this right away. It's so much faster. Like just moving around. Oh my God. It is like that is one of the hugest things that can turn me off to a game is if you go slow. Like,
Well, hold on.
If there's
Zeke.
not an option to go fast. Like look at the swimming. That is that's why I thought of it. Because you swim super fucking fast. You walk around, run around pretty fucking fast. Speaking of, if you want a little bit more, I found the horse and I'm like, hey, it's a horse. Great. Now I can get around. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? This is terrible. This is awful. The horse is very badly designed or something.
I literally got on the horse one time and got
slower
off and
than
never got back.
walking or running around. It's terrible.
So
like I rode it around for like 2 minutes and I'm like, oh my God. And
The
I
horse
got
is
off it
kind of
and I
like the
left it.
third person view where it's just like you probably shouldn't use it. It's just it's not really there. But Zeke, one thing, it's really interesting you say that, because one thing that this game does so well, and that I really want you to think about what I'm about to say, as opposed to what you just said. One of the things they do in this game so well is the map is designed to not have large open areas. It's condensed. So there's events in far more close spaces. So you don't get that feeling of like walking for a long time with nothing else. Do you think that contributed to how you're feeling about this? Like the speed? Like you never felt like you were just walking to walk, like kind of always going somewhere?
Yeah. No, it's very, very seldom in the game did I feel like, oh fuck, I gotta travel to this place, because there was
They
stuff
did that
to do
on
along
purpose,
the way.
which
Yeah.
is freaking cool. Like they literally one of the things they wanted to do with Tainted Grail. I remember a long time ago. I think we were talking with one of the devs. They mentioned this. They wanted to make it so there was more to do in less of an area. Like that was one of the goals with this game. So they wanted to make it feel like you were walking through a world and you never really felt like there was nothing going on. And I thought that was super cool because I felt the same way. Like I never use the horse. I never feel like I don't have somewhere to go or I'm going somewhere. Almost anytime you just stop and look around, there's something going on somewhere. Like, or you're near something occurring, or you're near an enemy respawn or something. So it's very cool how they designed the map. There's a huge amount of intention with it.
Very very pleasing to anybody who has like attention deficit. You know, it's like the first time I saw a place that I wanted to go and it was across the map, and I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, let's see how, and it doesn't take long to get there. And getting there along the way, there are different, like, there's always a flower to pick. There's always a node to mine. There's always, you know,
go into
a cave. Exactly. Oh, there's a pool of blood there. Well, I was going to go fight the ogre, but there's a pool of blood right here. I'm going to dive into that and see what's in there. And, you know, there's always shit to do.
And on top of that, overall, some of the best QOL a game like this has ever seen. You can put everything in your stash and use it at every vendor, every crafting thing, everything. Like everything can be used from your storage. On top of that, you can put down a bonfire whenever you want, and using some resources, you get a blacksmith, an alchemy, a cook place. You can fast travel from it to anywhere in the world that you want to. Fast traveling is instant. Oh, nice. You literally click a place and it's like a 2-second load and then you're there. It's so fast sometimes it throws me off.
Load times are good.
Yeah, the load times, it's great, which is weird because
wait, before you go on.
Go ahead.
You talked about the storage there. Okay. It's not all wine and roses, you know, it's not all great. One of the things that I noticed that was really weird that they didn't implement was taking stuff from your person to your stash. You've got to do it one fucking item at a time.
The devs were in my channel and already said there's a stash all button coming for each time.
Good, because that was dumb.
Dude, I have to change.
You have like hundreds of different things and you're just like, all right, stack. I mean, you can move the whole stack at least, but I mean, it's still like,
I have to change scenes whenever I do that on stream because it makes the screen flash black for the stack selection so much that people complain. Yes. So I have to actually go to my wait screen that doesn't show my screen, and then chat hears it goes dong 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 as I put away like hundreds of items, and then I'm like, okay guys, I'm done, and switch back to the main stream.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing, like, okay, I don't like, people are like coming into my chat like, so what do you think of it? Ko is blowing the devs over there like he's fucking loving this game. And like, what do you think? I want an honest opinion. I'm like, oh, I fucking love it. It's great. Like, I'm sorry. I wish I could be a point of contention, but the game is fucking awesome and I'm really enjoying it. But the other thing, like,
jeez.
No, I know. I'm let's be honest, dude. I talk shit, but I'm punching up, like way up when I'm talking shit to you. Jesus. No. The other thing was like that I was like kind of, and I'm wondering if it's just something like that is like on the back burner always or something like that. But like I wanted like the UI to be a little bit more like fantasy-y, and it's just like a stock.
It's formulaic. Like, it's a basic AI for UI. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
Zeke just wants a little dash of XP33 in his Tainted Grail.
Yeah.
And I would like it too.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I mean, and these are minor complaints. Like they're okay. I have not gotten Act 2 yet, and people have just very, very much told me like Act 2 can get broken. Like jank, like it could like really turn you off of the game. So I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
Ko, can you speak on that at all?
Okay. So from what I understand, I have been doing Act 2 for about 20-ish hours now. I have not run into any major problems. And I still have at least probably 5 to 10 hours to go in Act 2. I have heard Act 3 gets nasty. They do have another big patch coming where apparently like Act 3 is, from what I've heard, where it's just like quests break and there's nothing you can do about them. In Act 2, however, There are definitely a few quests that you can do in the right order to have no problems. The issues arise if you do them out of order. So particularly, there's this one zone you can go to from one of the entrances right to the left of it. And if you go and clear that zone out, then when one of the main characters tells you to go and do some stuff in that zone, some of the things you need to be there aren't there. And that's a problem. Now, I did hear that they fixed a lot of these problems in the last patch, but the only thing I'll recommend is when you get to Act 2, just kind of follow along with the main quest until you meet and do the first quest for a guy named Maggot. And if you do that, from what I understand, that is like 95% of your main story and major quest issues will be okay. Because if you don't do that, there's also this part that can happen where he disappears. He is no longer a factor. And then you're basically railroaded into a major choice later in the game. And it's like a major choice. So people were very upset when they like got to that point and they were like, I want to do that option, but it's grayed out. What the hell's going on? And it's just, so yeah. Yep. So that's the big thing. And again, the Tainted Grail guys are working their butts off. They just released a patch a couple days ago that was massive. Had a huge amount of fixes and updates and stuff. So I think they said another one is going to be coming next week. And they're going to be doing end of Act 2, Act 3 stuff. So yep. That's where we are right now. But no, Act 2 has been great. There's been a lot. There's been some very, that thing that I did the spoiler for was in Act 2. There's been some very iconic, crazy, interesting stuff that has happened in Act 2. I wouldn't say it's explosively more than Act 1, but I would say that it carries the torch. It feels just as good as Act 1. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Now, one other minor complaint about the game is there is, in Act 1, there is an option to romance somebody in the game. And it's really disappointing. There was no boobs. There was no sex. It just, you actually romance them. And I want not that. I mean, you're already like, you're showing so much gore and so much gore and so much like, like the H.R. Geiger stuff and the Hellraiser stuff. Like you're showing body horror and stuff like that. Give me some booty. Just give me the booty option. That's all I'm asking. I did this whole quest. It took me an hour to get all of the things correctly to romance this person. She's like, okay, now we're in love and we live together. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You're saying this big, she has giant boobies, like in like a window.
We ended up calling her butt boob. It looks like they may have put another model's rear end on her chest.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, there's something going on. There's something going on there. I don't like it's as somebody said, what was it? Somebody said she has over there boobs. Over there. And I said, what are those? And he goes, some are over there and some are over there. So it was over there. Yeah. So it was maybe that's a thing I just didn't know about.
I've never heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a minor complaint. I just thought I'd bring it up just in case you want to patch something in later. But
I'm sorry. No, I did the joke wrong. It's summer boobs. He had summer.
Oh, summer over there.
Summer over there.
Ah, gotcha.
There. Thanks, chat. Appreciate it. We need to make sure the stuff is corrected. The right info needs to get out there.
Fair.
Very important on the show.
Absolutely.
Yep. But yeah, it's a great game. I'm having a lot of fun. I probably won't. I'm probably not going to stream any more of it. I did 2 days of it, and it's great. And but as I'm want to do, I'm going to. I played so many new games lately. I'm going to go back to an older game. So I'll probably be playing this as soon as I finish Doom on my own. I'll probably pick this one back up and see where it goes.
Dude, you just said Doom and I fucking forgot that game came out.
Well,
I was like
meaning
to go back and play it. And you just said it, I'm like, oh my God, I never played more of that. There's too many games coming out, man. Fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man.
No, I didn't fit. I got to like mission 7 or 8. And I was like, all right, this is going to be like a YouTube playthrough because it doesn't do great for viewership for whatever reason. And then I was just like, oh God, Doom came out. That's fuck. Yeah. Anyways,
No, Doom,
Thanks for the
like in
reminder.
and of itself, like is. I think I'm on chapter like. I'm close-ish. I'm getting closer to the end, like chapter 16-ish, 17, something like that of 22, I think. And I can see how it would not be a fun watch because it's
pretty frantic.
pretty frantic and pretty samey. Like and like outside of like the rare like new enemy fights that you get or boss fights or whatever you want to call them, like you're just, I mean, it's Doom. You're facing hordes of enemies and you just kill them, and that's basically it. Like the story is actually, honestly, better than any Doom that I've played.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's weird. That is very weird to say about a Doom game. Like I'm actually kind of invested in the story a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. All right. What's Tainted Grail cost, by the way? What are they asking for?
I'll say $40.
Oh, that seems priced. That seems
Let me check.
well
Let me check.
priced.
Tainted Grail
$44.99.
Okay.
$44.99. Yep.
Nice.
There we go.
Well, I'm glad we
$45.
covered it. I felt really bad because those devs are incredibly nice. They emailed a ton of creators and sent a ton of collector's editions out. And I was one of those folks that I have not played it at all. So I'm glad we at least covered it on the show.
Dude, it currently has very positive at 10,000 reviews.
Damn. Oblivion did a great thing
87%.
for them then. It probably got that in like the thought process cooking.
Good
and then
for
they came
freaking
out.
them, dude. I'm really looking forward to them hopefully announcing some sales data. I hope that it's kicking ass, man, because like we need so much more from these devs. Questline is the name of the devs. I'd not really heard about them before this. And damn, like yeah.
That's great.
These guys know what's up.
Yeah. Good
Also,
stuff.
if you want to check it out, there's a free playable demo.
Yep.
Oh.
Always like them. I love the new trend. That's becoming a thing.
Demos
for
are
a
back,
lot of
baby.
games now.
They're
Yeah.
huge.
And that's fucking sick. I love it.
Steam
So if
demo
you want
days.
to check it out before you buy a demo.
Yeah.
Another big thing, by the way, that we may be seeing as a ramification from the game dev dropout. It is far easier to get investment with a good demo.
Sure.
So we may see the age of demos come
I think they're
come
back
roaring
already.
backward. Well, even more than we're seeing it. This trend is going to continue, if nothing else, which is great. Which is absolutely great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I look like I can make a whole week of it when they do Next Fest.
Next Fest is great. Yeah. All three of us are sponsored to do Next Fest content as well. So love it as both a fan of games and as a streamer in the business. It's good for all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for all. Co, you got to get out of here. Is that okay? Let's do
Yep,
some.
I gotta
shout-outs.
run for a little bit.
Me and
Absolutely.
Zeke are gonna keep going for probably another 30 minutes just to round out the show. I got a golf game I need to talk about to Zeke.
Oh my God.
Been waiting. Okay. All right. So that reaction you don't want to see, or you got to see what happens after that. Co, some shout outs.
Thank you, Zeke and JP, as always. I cannot wait to watch SGF with them and all of you as we approach next week and do all that kind of fun stuff. So very much looking forward to it. My name is Ko. Hi, going to be seeing a lot of Tainted Grail on the channel until Dune. We're going to be diving into Dune for a little bit. Also some SGF demos, I guess SGF/Steam demos in the near future. Should be a lot of fun. And I got to go for now, so I will see you guys later. But I will be on tomorrow morning at 8 MET. Should be good.
Fantastic.
About it.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Give us a funny last frame, and we'll put
I will.
fun PNGs in your hands and face. Oh, I like it. I like it. Fantastic. Well done. Well done. In terms of just real quick, what I've been playing this past week, I've been playing a lot of Battlefront 2. You know, that hot new 2025 game?
I guess that's back somehow. Like, that's fucking crazy. I looked through my follow list and, like, a good percentage of people are just rocking the fucking Battlefront.
I was going to play Nice Day for Fishing, ain't it? Which is the Viva La Games indie title that came out this past week.
I played the demo.
For GeForce Now. I was going to do the sponsored stream on that, which is one kind of funny that that's like a tech showcase for a fucking pixel art game, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't available on the service on Thursday. And so I was like, can I just play Battlefront? They're like, Battlefront's on the service if you want to play it. And then I ended up getting like triple my normal viewership because I was streaming Battlefront. It was fucking wild. I was very confused.
Wow.
Yeah, Battlefront has like a shit ton of people playing it right now, and 2 people are interested in watching it, which Sure, I guess I'll play it. That game's a lot of fun.
I wonder what do you think the draw is?
I don't know. Nostalgia, maybe it might be like nostalgia.
Nostalgia for a game it's not that old, right?
Well, I feel like time the past like 6 years is comparable to the past like 60 years. So
very true.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people are citing
Andor.
like
You think
Andor, and,
okay.
and there's also there was some they passed some anniversary. I think it was for Rise of the Skywalker or something like that. But it's the most like recent. Yeah, someone in chat. It's the most recent decent Star Wars game.
Okay.
And so I think that's probably true. Vader AI is also big in Fortnite right now. So
okay.
It's also just a solid game that launched with a ton of controversy, and I don't think people are aware that they kind of went back and changed all of the pay to win aspects. But yeah, I've been playing that. It's a fun time. And then my off stream game, I don't know how many. I'm probably over 200 hours now. Is still Dragon's Dogma Online. I've still put every night the stream ends. I'm in Dragon's Dogma for at least 6 to 10 hours after stream.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Now you said Dragon's Dogma Online. Is that a game with an and or no?
Yes, but it's an MMO grind that is like
okay, MMO. Okay, that's all you had to say. Okay.
Yeah, the grind is insane. Like it's Final Fantasy 14 on crack levels of grind. You've got all of the classes, and you don't even have your character. You have 3 pawns that can all grind. There's like 4 different paths to grind. There's a level grind. There's like a main story thing. There was only 3 seasons ever put out for the game, and they haven't fully translated and patched the 3rd season into the private server that I'm playing on. So like that's not even out yet, and apparently that adds more systems, and we haven't even seen the raid stuff. Do you remember, did you play the Dark Arisen DLC for Dragon's Dogma with Bitter Black Isle? So Bitter Black Isle was the DLC, and it's kind of like its own game with its own system within the game. For the multiplayer, they took Bitter Black Isle and made it a co-op roguelite, basically. So you walk in there with 3 other people, and you level your character up to level 55, and the item drops from all the bosses are completely random. And then you can like reset the run and reset your character. It's a ton of fun playing it we've been playing it offline with like Strippin and Tomato and Gmart and Fatality VR and a bunch of other people. It's good.
Want to hear something very strange?
What's that?
I looked two strange things. One, I looked on my Steam and I'm like, do I own Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen? And yes, I do. And apparently I played 20 hours of it. So I guess, yes.
Oh, maybe you have played it. Yeah.
In 2016, though.
Yeah, no, it's old.
I didn't realize how long ago that was. So yeah, that's 9 years ago that I played it.
Yeah, I want to say Dragon's Dogma Online was 2015, 2016. And they just like kind of ported that game over. You can't play it anymore on like live servers. There is no live servers. It's all just like a fan project that we've been playing. So and that's where my time spent.
The other weird thing is I looked on my Steam page, and I guess my wife is playing it today.
What?
She didn't tell me she's playing Dark Arisen today. She has a like Classy Katie achieved blah 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 today. I'm like, that's fucking weird. They would just randomly looked it up, and I guess that's what she's doing.
Great. Dude, Dark Arisen's
very weird.
Fantastic fucking game. So
yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. Okay, so tell me about this golf game.
No. Move on. Next
Was
subject.
it bad? Did you not like it?
No, that's the thing. I wanted it to be either awesome or just fucking shit.
Oh,
and it was neither.
Oh, it was boring.
It was meh.
They had a hell of a trailer then.
Yeah. The game we're talking about is called The Last Golfer. And the blurb is, The Last Golfer is a sci-fi golf action game set in the near future. A robot scout sent from Earth crash lands on an alien planet that harbors ancient relics locked beneath abandoned golf courses. Golf your way through multiple biomes while engaging hostiles with only a club. And I played 1.1 hours of this, and it's a mess of a game in that, like, it's two different ideas. You know how chocolate and peanut butter work together?
Yeah.
This is the opposite of that.
Okay,
like,
so it's water and oil?
let me take sci-fi and mix it with golf, and there's something that just doesn't really work. Not only that, but to start off, like, your first, like, tutorial little section is you have to find, oh yeah, this is me going, I don't know how long this game is going to last, so let's see what the next game is going to be.
Fair.
But the first section of the game is like, you have to roam around. It's like a movement tutorial. Like, okay, you can move, you can dash, you can jump, you can do all this stuff. But while you're doing that, there's these little pieces of a relic, like 3 pieces of a relic on this map to find. And it's just a constant fucking beeping. Beep, 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 beep,
Oh,
beep,
no.
beep, 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 beep. And it was just so annoying. Like, the first taste of the game was just like, please, can we stop this fucking beeping? Please. There has got to be a better way to point me in the right direction to find these little pieces. Because the older I get, the more mesophobic I get. Which is like sounds.
Oh, okay.
Sounds make it like ticking clocks, beeping, alarms, shit like that. The older I get, the more I hate it in anything, especially video games.
Okay.
Like, if there's like Co was talking about the other day, was talking about like Twitch Prime. He was talking about Twitch Prime. I don't know if you remember that, but he was also talking about like a heartbeat.
Yes.
Like if you get like hurt and the heartbeat in the game like drives you mad.
Yeah.
Like, that's shit. That's it. And it started off with that. I'm like, oh my God, guys, please don't do this. Thankfully, once you get out of the tutorial area and into like the first planet with golf courses on it, the beeping, it's no longer a thing, really.
Got it.
But the golfing aspect of the game was pretty fun. Only marred by these, like, some of the courses that before you golf, you have to go clear out these fucking laser turrets that will shoot at you in the middle of your golf game. So like, I took my tee shot. I was like, dink. That's a pretty good tee shot. I'm gonna go get my ball. I just got fucking ranked by these turrets. I'm like, so I gotta clear these turrets out so I can have a nice game of golf. Okay, that's fucking annoying. And to top it all off, your only weapon, like they say, is your golf club. And it's imprecise, I guess is the word I could use.
Okay.
Because you take it, you wind up, and then you throw the golf club at them. You don't like go up and like bash them with the club. Your golf club is a ranged weapon. You go, ha! And you throw it at them.
Man. The trailer made this game look so much better. I'm sad.
No, the golf aspect is fun.
Okay.
I'll say that. The golf aspect is pretty fun. But that was an annoyance for sure. But in the golf, like you're seeing now, the awesome thing is with this system is that you can practice shots, as many practice shots as you want. So you hold down the alt button, left alt, and you can do practice shots and see like, okay, that one swung right, that one swung left. And it's how you swing is not up and down like it is for like PGA, it's left and right. So you backswing is right, foreswing, and it clocks your speed too. So you can do a slow shot, a fast shot, and it has a little line in the middle for how straight you're going to shoot it. There's also wind mechanics too. So like it's a golf game. It's a golf game. But the good thing is you can practice as many shots as you want so you can fuck up the real shot because you get nervous. That's what inevitably happens when you take your real shot. You're like, all right, that's 2 good practice shots in a row. Let's do the real shot. Here we go. Tink fucking slice.
So you can, yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool though.
Yeah. But I will say, like, my first hole, par 5, eagled it. I was like, this game's easy, dude. I didn't ever do it again. But the first shot the second shot I ever made was like 90 meters out and just dunked it. It was great.
Well, there you go.
I'm like, oh, is there like a magnet on the ball? It's like, no, you just got very, very fucking lucky on one of the shots. That's it. Yeah.
It happens. It happens, I guess.
Yeah. But I ended up like, there was like on the first planet, there was like 6 holes. Once you complete the 6 holes, you can move on. And at the end, like before you move on, it tells you like, okay, this is the summary of the planet you're on. So each hole has like different stuff around it that you can do. Like
okay.
little, like you can kill all the turrets. You can find the secret data nodes or whatever. You can, they have this mini game where you slide on a rail like you're
there's
like,
they talked about snowboarding or something like that. And
yeah, it's like that. It's like skateboarding, like grinding the rails. And there's things to collect along the rail. Like you tilt your stick to collect the things and miss the painful ones, the ones that hurt you, the ones that damage you.
Yeah.
So you can do those, like they log your process or progress. Like, so if you are missing stuff, like when I finished the 6 holes on the first planet, like I did about 50% of the things that you could do.
Okay.
So there's many shit to do around the golf hole, but the golfing is actually, fun.
Was this all in the demo or was this a full release game?
Full release game.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if it was, I don't know if it was.
$17.99 on Steam.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I was sad that I thought this was either going to be a win. I thought it was going to be really good given the trailer. I don't know if you watched the trailer, but it was.
Oh yeah, we always do.
Okay. Yeah. The trailer was fantastic. It was like one of the slow moving, very dramatic, kind of artsy trailers. And it sounds like the game was kind of just a little meh. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. What was, here's why I wanted you to play that other game when I was in your channel yesterday. Cause I already forgot what it was.
I didn't even look that up.
I already forgot what I don't even know. Can you look at my chat history, I guess, in your chat, and it would have the link? I don't even remember what I was trying to get you to play.
Yeah, if you say something in my chat, I can click on your name.
Make it easy. Just type /user itmeJP.
Oh, right. I forgot to do that. Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to go into your chat. Jeez.
I know.
That's fucking crazy. That's absolute bedlam over there.
Well, why didn't that work? Oh, there it is.
He's banned.
Oh, fuck. Are you okay? Is it just me or are you having any trouble with your dashboard in your browser? Like, is it slow or unresponsive or anything?
Not really.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I've got like 4.
What browser do you use?
I'm using Chrome still.
Yeah, see, I'm using Chrome too, and it's not
weird.
Like for months actually, it's been just like glitchy and slow.
Go turn your hardware acceleration off, and if it's off, turn it on.
Okay.
Just toggle. I'll look at that. Yeah, might be that.
All right. Messages from JP. Oh, there we go. God. I'm a content machine. I must content. The future content. Why would I spoil?
It's very true.
I'm special. This is your chat history.
Yep. Accurate.
There we go.
What is it?
There it is. Dead as Disco. That's what it was.
Oh, have you played that game? That game's supposed to be really good.
You asked me to check it out. It's demo only.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a weird distinction that I make, but on indie days, I usually only play games that are fully released, and I reserve the demo only games for the next fest for demo days.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Dead as Disco. The pitch is on that is that it takes, I think, any music you put into it, and you fight to the beat.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've heard.
I can dig it.
I've heard. I've seen some clips on it, and I've heard pretty good things about it.
Okay.
So,
no, you can do that with some other games like Bullets Per Minute or one of those other rhythm shooter games.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
This is like, I think this game's more like Batman, Arkham style combat instead of like an FPS. Yeah. I've heard pretty good things about it. So, what else you been playing? I'll get off the GOT game. Anything else?
Let's see. Played a lot of Tainted Grail.
Okay.
I did a whole week of indies.
Any super standouts?
We talked about it a little bit when is that Pandy Richford?
That's Pandy Richford, yeah. Pandy Richford.
Pandy Richford is back.
He's very proud of his brother.
Yeah, I see that. Let's see, what did I play? I played I played all of Out of Sight, which is it's a Little Nightmares-esque kind of a game, but it's got a cool mechanic where you switch from third person to first person because the character you're playing is a little girl and she's blind and she sees through the eyes of a teddy bear.
Oh, you played the demo of this or something? So we've talked about this game, yeah.
And then I played through the whole game.
Yeah. Okay, so we've seen that.
Yep. Yeah, really good, really fun.
Cool.
It's very immersive, atmospheric, like the Little Nightmares games are.
Sure.
Very cool character styles or good puzzles, all that kind of stuff. Not a super long game. I think it's it's $25 for like 4.5 hours. So like maybe a little bit on the pricey side for what you get out of it, but it's a cool game. So you see where the money went, but it's only if you're willing to spend it.
I see you played a little bit more, unless this. Oh no, this is an old VOD. Sorry, I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we all know how that went last week. So, yeah, we don't need to revisit that.
Turtle Power.
Yeah, Turtle Power indeed. Turtle Power indeed.
I played a game called Grandma No, which was a fun little game.
I remember someone else I saw played that, and they said it was a good time. Did you have similar experience?
Yeah, I played it for about an hour, and it's it's a funny game where you play as a little grandma and you break everything as you go, and they give you these little quests like make toast, clean up the dust piles, and like all this kind of stuff. And all the while you're doing all this funny stuff, and you're like, there's a button to fart, of course.
Sure. Naturally.
And like you can cook stuff, you can eat it, and the eating, like if you eat like rotten stuff, she'll just like bleh, and just puke everywhere like Repo, like when you get that fucking possession, like bleh, she'll just fucking vomit all over everything, including the baby you're supposed to be watching.
Oh geez,
stuff like that. But yeah, it's one of those task completion games. Like every room has a little task to complete, and it's charming and it's fun. It's not difficult or anything. It's meant to be humorous, and it is all the time. Not really much to say about it, but it's well done and good fun.
Cool.
It looks like it's $12 on Steam.
Okay, price seems right. What's Grish? I'm hearing Grish.
Oh, Gish.
Gish. What's Gish?
I forgot I played Gish.
What's Gish?
Are you familiar with the name Edmund McMillan?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, one of the creators behind Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac, right?
Yep.
This was one of his first games from all the way in 2004.
Oh, I saw the end of this playthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw all the way in 2004.
Yeah.
And if you've played like any of his, Binding of Isaac or Super Meat Boy, you'll recognize him because he makes cameos in those games. And it's very, very much the same like aesthetic. Like with the big mouths and the teeth and the chompers and the weird obsession with farts and poop, which is pretty par for the course with if you played Binding of Isaac, it's all about poop.
Yep.
But yeah, it's okay. This was an if-then choice. Like I do that if-then thing at the beginning of every month.
Uh-huh.
And this was their choice. And it is one of the most fucking frustrating games that you can ever put yourself through. And it's not only because it's difficult. It is sort of difficult. The controls. This is one of those games where the controls are the enemy. Like Getting Over It or QWOP or something like that, where the whole game is fighting the fucking controls.
Sure.
Because you are this amorphous blob that in order to jump, you have to like time it. So if you want to jump up a higher surface, you have to go squish, jump, squish, jump, squish, jump, and then you get higher and higher and higher. And it's just super frustrating. And you're a glob. And also something about the coding or the programming, you just die. And I'm guessing it's tied to FPS. I'm not sure. I didn't know how to turn it down or whatever. But like, there's little like blocks in the game you can pick up, right? And you pick them up and you like toss them to go solve another puzzle, like over on the right-hand side. But if you pick up the block and you toss it and it lands on you, there's a chance that it will instantly kill you. Because the game goes, was there a pixel in between your glob and the ground? Were they touching? And you just fucking die. The damage in the game, seemingly random. The same enemy will bite you for 5 and then do the same attack for 95. It was so frustrating. I did beat it. I got all the way to the end. It cost me 1 pair of headphones.
Wait, so the controller's fine?
The controller actually lived through this.
Wow, man, that controller, you spiked it. Like we did the slow-mo to like see the controller hit the ground and then it spiked.
You did watch me play.
Well,
Okay.
no, I saw the end of the playthrough. And the end of the playthrough
okay.
was the spiked controller that bounced. That's why I was surprised that the controller lived. The headphones I knew were fucked because that was like a slam down scenario. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm glad the controller is probably the more expensive part.
No, actually it's not. These are the headphones that were
Okay.
they were Bose.
Oh, I didn't know they were Bose. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did beat it. I'm happy that it's done. But
Conquered it.
I would not recommend this game to anybody. It's fucking terrible. And the person who suggested was like, "Oh, I didn't have that much trouble with it." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't, huh? You didn't? Well, good. I'm glad." Like,
Always
are we
the
going to be
case.
weird? Is it going to be awkward for us? Because this was like someone who's been in my chat for like 10 years. Like, is this going to be, I was like, no, I forgive and forget. It's fine. But it just like at the time, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Do not talk to me while I'm playing your requested game. And it feels like I can't put it down because it's an obligation. It's a promise that I made. You know, I said, I'm going to play this because of the unwritten agreement that we made. Like, you won the drawing, so I'm going to play this game. So I can't quit. I have to play it for a whole stream. And there's another one of those. One of those moments where it's like I went from 100 health to 0 health for, just reasons, just jank reasons.
Oh, I think this might have been, did you play for 2 days?
No.
Wait, so you smashed your headphones and then you came back?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a backup pair.
Oh, I thought it was like a one and done type deal.
No. I threatened to quit the game several times because the person who requested it, who will remain nameless, the person who requested it gave me an out. They said, "Okay, I've had my fun. You can quit now." That made me so mad. I'm like, you're going to sit there and you're going to watch me hate fuck this game until the stream is over.
I'm trying to.
So that's what I did.
Someone.
And I ended up like I slammed the control. I slammed my headphones down. I Alt F4'd it like twice, going like, I'm done. He gave me an out. I'm done. I walked away, came back, and I went, I can't end like that. It can't. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play. And I played it all the way to the end. Okay. There is a good ending and a bad ending. Obviously, I got the bad ending. And they're like, now you just got to go get the good ending. I said, no. I have beat this game. I am good. I'm done.
Well, I gotta find. Is this the crash out? I gotta find the crash out. Someone linked the. Crash
You're trying to? Oh, my headphone crash out.
Yeah,
Is it? It's in your chat, I think. I think Khalid has it.
Oh, did someone post? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, we've talked about it enough. We might as well.
Whoa, that shit has 12,000 views. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, we might as well give chat the crash out. Might as well give the chat what they want.
Look at my fucking face.
12,000 views is the full VOD. That's what I was
okay,
saying.
right.
See, the control, you spiked the controller. The controller was
Yeah.
spiked.
It survived, man. It's still working.
Like,
Still
look,
functioning
the
fine. I had to move. Look, yeah. Oh, I bounced 2 of them. I did the controller, then the headphones.
Yeah, no, the headphones came after, and that was like a slam down thing. But that I thought that controller was shot. I mean, if we can like John Madden it here, look,
You can see it look, right there. You can see it. Boom. He puts the controller down on the ground.
yeah, like we'll put a times 0.25, and then you hit play.
Oh, you're gonna see my fat gut though. Ugh. Now here's the thing though. The reason why I was so upset is because there is a button. Okay, here we go. Boom. Flip, 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 flip. And then headphones. Look at that gut. Down. Boosh.
No, the headphones
Party
were
mode.
shot. You saw the ear, but the ear
Yeah.
cup plastic like shatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
But the reason why I was so upset because one of the main mechanics of the game is there's a button to make Gish sticky, so you can stick to walls and stuff. Unfortunately, there are certain blocks in the game that they make unstickable, like for mechanical reasons. So it's like you can't stick to this block, so you have to figure out another way. They didn't do that with the spikes. The spikes you will stick to. And if you're sticking to a moving object and to a stationary object, it's a coin flip whether you stay with the moving object or the stationary thing. And half the time, you stayed with the spikes and you just sat there like died. Just chip damage until you were dead and there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to sit there. So I was just like, I was losing my mind because why would you make the spikes sticky like that? It's cruel. It's just very cruel. And it made me very mad.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that's
but we've already talked about that game
90%
longer than I wanted to. So
that's great. No, that's fine. We can end the show there. That's good. I do want to give the audience just a small gift here. Hold on. Let's do this.
Okay.
And then do what you want with this, chat. You can do whatever you want. Just have fun.
Oh shit! Yeah, do it.
Have fun, and make sure you tweet it at CoCarnage and at Drop Frames. Please add Drop Frames in there for just do whatever you need to. This is what happens if you have familial obligations. A little early. Okay, great. I'll turn
real quick.
I'll turn this back on.
Before we go, JP, I'm looking at your JPDS stuff.
Yeah.
What all besides? I don't want anything to do with the Path of Exile thing. That's fine. But starting on Friday, are you going to be watching all of the things on your JPDS?
On Friday, I will be watching Summer Game Fest, and
So not the first thing.
Maybe I don't know. I might. Okay. It's the first thing is the accessibility summer showcase. Yeah, I might check it out. That I will probably be live. I guess it depends on how much I stream on Thursday. But the other thing, Zeke, is that since I'm starting the subathon on Thursday, my schedule is going to be completely bonkers.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely Summer Game Fest though at 5 Eastern. We'll all watch that together regardless.
Okay.
And that's Friday. I think the ones we can watch together will be the Summer Game Fest, and then Future Game Show on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll do Xbox Game Showcase and PC Gaming Show. Those 4 is probably going to be the big 4 that we watch. The other stuff, I have no idea if I'll watch or not. Really just depends, because kind of like Co, I'm super interested in Dune. I'm actually sad. Co did an interview with the game director of Dune Awakening, and he's a really, at least from the stream that I watched this past week, seems very passion driven, and so it's one of those things where I wanted to kind of get what Co's thought of everything they showed at the end game, because that's what the stream was about. But it was cool to see the like. It's always awesome to see devs that seem very like passion driven and not numbers driven. And he seemed like, you know, he was pretty happy about the team and talked about how, you know, it was like the game is 5 years of his life. So he's very excited to like, you know, move on to the next thing, but also kind of melancholy about it because it's 5 years of his life put into a game. So because of that, I was actually more interested in playing in the game. So that starts Thursday, as well as all the other craziness that's coming out with the Switch 2 as well. And I know you don't want to play Mario Kart. I know you're not.
No, I'm good.
If you want to see another crash out clip, you can look up Fucked Up Friday Mario Kart crash.
Nah.
An oldie but a goodie from almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think I lost some friends on that one. Like, I haven't talked to some of those cats in a while.
Yeah.
Some of them are more forgiving, like Max, but like, you know, some of them are like, rightly so, like, you don't want to be around this aggro dude anymore. Like, he's unhinged a little bit. And it put me in therapy, like, eventually.
Yeah, true. Different days, but yeah, JPD had done that, at least has my schedule. But let's do some shout outs and call it a show. Zeke, you can start off. What do you got going on? Where can people check you out?
Will do. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Co and JP for being my co-hosts on Drop Frames every week. Thank you for I already said thank you for watching. Anyways, my name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out. Not the turd, the third, all spelled out on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. What am I streaming? Well, I was streaming Tainted Grail, but that's gonna be a me game. I'm gonna take my time and enjoy it. It's going to be my off-stream game, but I do have a treat for you for the next 3 days, starting on Tuesday. I love the first one. I never played any of them, so we're going to jump into Mafia 2. Ooh. I haven't played any of them, so that's what we're going to do. So if you want a safe haven from all the other games you don't want spoiled, I'm a great place to go because I'm going to be playing some old shit. Old. How old is it?
That's pretty old.
I mean, the definitive edition is only like 5 years old, but like, I don't know how old the other one is.
Yeah.
2011. So yeah, it's 14 years ago, Mafia 2 came out. So come on over, watch Mafia 2 with me on Tuesday if you want. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.
Fantastic. As I've already mentioned multiple times, I'm starting another subathon on Thursday. We'll see how long this one goes. It's uncapped, I hope. Last one was 21 days. That took a toll on me. I think I definitely lost days of my life from that. But hey, if it happens, it happens. The next time most of you see me will probably be during that. And it sounds like we're going to have a whole massive amount of games to play, which I'm very excited. Speaking of games I'm playing tomorrow, the devs of Jump Ship reached out and gave me a couple codes for some early access. So myself, Strippin', Gassy Mexican, and Bruce Green are going to be jumping into Jump Ship a little bit early, which I'm very excited for. That game's been on my radar for some time. And so we're going to see how it is. I think normal stream starts tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, but I think we're doing Jump Ship from 4 to 7 Eastern tomorrow. And that's what I got planned for now. You'll also see me and Zeke on Friday the 13th, Zeke, is when we're potentially doing that. That one thing. Although,
yeah,
that might potentially be moving. There might be some conversation about that moving to.
Oh, I think I have something scheduled on 13th.
Yeah, it might be I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're doing a co-op sponsored stream of some demo stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to that.
I do have something on the 13th.
Okay, so we might be moving it because I think I have some conflict as well. Okay. There's stuff planned. We got stuff planned. It's going to be a busy June. Buckle up. Everyone's going to be playing a ton of stuff. We'll be back next Sunday. We will not have a normal show next Sunday because the Xbox event and the PC gaming show are happening during our normal time slot. So the next normal Drop Frames will be on the 14th?
15th.
The 15th. Yep, the 15th. Yep. And that'll be God, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. We'll have Dune to talk about. We'll have Path of Exile new season to talk about. Everything else that we've been playing, Summer Game Fest, all that stuff. So, thank you so much. Oh wait, Chad is wanting a Zeke outro. Can you oblige? Or sorry, a co-outro from Zeke. Can you oblige?
Hi, I'm Cole Carnage. You might have seen me in Tainted Grail. I was there. I was wearing glasses. It was great. Anyways, my name is Cole Carnage. I'm a variety streamer. I'm good vibes and all that stuff. I have my hand out because that's where the money goes from everybody in the world. They just give me all their money and I take it and I put it in my pocket. And there we go. If you want to catch me streaming, I stream at all day long for 17 hours per day. So come on out and come see my stream, Cole Carnage, not Corn Cabbage. Okay, that's all I got. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Pandy Bitchford.
Pandy
Richford. Pandy Richford. Bitchford kind of works too. I mean, it doesn't really work that well, but I do like it. Anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll have the VOD up over at youtube.com/itmeJP here in about 30 or 40 minutes. We're out. Get ready. June's coming. Keely's coming. He's going to be here Friday. Have a good one.
We're still waving? Okay. I'll keep waving
Don't
until
stop
you're
waving.
done.
Now I have to move my mouse with my right hand. Hold on, I got to mute. Muting mate.